off by going around the table, and we introduce all of our players. Starting with...
I'm Aaron. I'm playing Alkun Alruth, Dragonborn Ranger.
I believe there's a potted plant that seems to be sitting in a player seat.
I'm Jared. I'm going to be playing Cassius Thorn, the druid.
It's me.
The man behind the camera.
It is you.
I'm Jared. I'll be playing Donald McConnell, who's a half-elf sorcerer.
Alright, and I'm Amanda, and I'll be playing Evelyn Devereaux, who is an elf rogue.
Nice. Hell yeah, new characters.
Alrighty. New characters. 2 new players.
That's 3.
Pumped.
I'm ready to go.
I'm a new player. What you talking about?
You're ready? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Shrub. I forgot the shrubbery is a new player.
I'm still getting old Greg vibes. Like I can't shake it.
I will most certainly not drink Bayless out of a shoe until next year.
Next year.
Yeah, okay.
Next
That's
year.
Next year. All right. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's begin. Far across the land of where you sit, it's a town called Shannon. Not the biggest, but not the smallest. Thriving little town, its own little sort of economy and community for trade, for everything from help with its adventurers guild to even some of the merc clubs that are around. The 4 of you, not necessarily new to the place, but sort of upstarts. You've kind of came to, whether for some reason make a name for yourself because you come from someplace smaller, or to hide away, or to abscond, or, make your own way. We fall to a building, simple, rustic in its sense, but still somewhat kept up. Doesn't look out of place, doesn't look dusty, doesn't look worn down, but still looks like it's got age to it. This is the Tabernacle. The Tabernacle has a reputation of its own. Anywhere from adventurers to mercenaries find work. It's not necessarily a bar or an inn. Works more so like a job requisition place. There's no real registration. You kind of walk in. They might have some double checking on you, depending on who you are, if they've met you before. Some jobs are usually good. They've been known to have a little bit of a scrupulous past with some jobs. Within legality, of course. So, we begin by the first person walking in. Okay. So, not as busy as you think it would be. It's kind of afternoonish. For the most part, people tend to get their stuff in the mornings, their jobs to set out for, if they are getting them, if they're not already out on jobs. You can get food. There's a bit of a bar and a little bit of like a sort of cafe area to get meals. But at the front of when you walk in, there is a sort of stout desk. Sits a little bit taller than about chin height for you. And you will see a brightly red-headed, like lion's mane of hair with a large beard. The person that you see sitting there, proportions a little off. Arms look a little shorter than typical humanoid. Seems a little stout-shouldered. And he's just sitting there writing away. Hi! How can I help you, laddie?
I need to know if there are any jobs. I just
your name?
Some, Alkun.
Alkun. Oh,
Been here before.
you're one of the ones that pre-registered with us. Yeah, by all means, it's going to take some time. I need you to just take a seat for us if you need something to eat, something to drink. There's some other people we're waiting for. to come in to before we pull you for things. We've got your name on the list already.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I go off to get some food.
It's simple enough. A little cafe area. There'll be someone who can serve you or someone at the bar. It's simple foods. It's like, bar foods. A burger, a simple steak,
a sandwich.
an ale or water, that sort of typical
I
thing.
get some water, I get a sandwich, and I get like some snack foods and stuff for just like breads and dried meats and stuff for later.
Right. So who feels like they're the next one to walk in? Who's the early birds? Mr. Man over here is probably the earliest of the birds.
I rise with the forest.
Trees sleep a long time, my man.
Hell yeah.
Instinct the fastest.
How early is it?
Hmm?
How early is it?
Oh, he's probably there first. It's probably somewhere between 11ish and noon. Between travel and between coming in. For the most part, probably all of you have somewhat pre-registered. It's not necessarily a full walk-in. You still have to kind of like send word that you'd like to be there and then get accepted in prior to background checking sort of thing.
Sure. Okay. Yes. He's usually really timid. Doesn't really venture out much. So he's careful to not let the door swing too much when he walks in. I was imagine saloon doors, right? Something like that. He really careful to not make too many waves. Really quiet, discreet. Excuse me.
Oh, hi, my dear friend. How can I help you?
A little short on supplies, so I guess I need.
Oh, hey, you're looking to make coin?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And you see him kind of thumb through, sort of journal or a book. Goes through a few pages and he looks. And he picks it up for a second. He's like, oh, hey. You're kind of on the waiting list for a moment. If you'd like, you take a seat. We'll call you in a moment to set you up with something.
Aye.
By all means, enjoy the cafe.
Thank you.
This isn't your first time here. They have veggie plates, I know.
I guess I'd be coming in shortly after.
He immediately clocks you. He's like, oh! That's...
Hey.
You're as red as me. You're dwarf in you.
Yes. Little.
It's rare to see
little
the men folk around here walking around with such shocking bright red hair.
I get it from my
Oh,
father.
don't mind him. That's the tavern mascot.
Yes. I get it from my father.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I get mine from my mother.
Oh.
Yeah.
No good.
Even the beard.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Where can I get the beer around here?
Oh, by all means, my man. Our bar is fully stocked. Is ready to go. Are you just here just for a drink?
No, of course not. But that's always the first thing to do.
Oh, money.
Thank you.
Money.
Yeah, money. Drink first, money second. I like you.
Yes.
Oh, I know we're gonna be friends.
Yes.
Name, by the way.
Donald.
Donald.
Donald. Yes.
Donald or Donald?
It's Donald.
Oh, it's the surname as well.
Yes. Oh,
Surname.
that'll be without a D.
Donald. Donald.
Aye.
Yeah. And the last name?
McConnell.
McConnell.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear it. Damn, your accent's thicker than mine. Oi,
Hey.
you must be from the north area.
Well,
I'm a little more south.
a little bit in the middle.
Yeah, oh, fine weather this time of year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always.
And he thumbs through that book again. Oh, see, today was the day for you to come in. Just take a seat. It'll be probably, maybe, hopefully no more than about 10 minutes. And then we'll get you settled in.
I could do with that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ask for the dwarf stuff. It's the best.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Did I hear that?
Yeah, he's being quiet, but he's not necessarily being quiet.
Sure.
You know? He's a proud dwarf. He will proudly say the dwarf stuff is the best, but, to not ruffle feathers.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I walk in. I'm gonna assume.
He just
Yeah.
immediately starts,
I'm a little
Oh, hi.
hungover, and I just kind of walk in
A woman after my own heart.
and I take a swig from a flask,
Oh,
and I'm just like, I'm here for a job. I guess if you got one.
Name, ma'am?
Evelyn Devereaux.
Oh, Miss Devereaux. Oh, okay, yeah. I believe, if I remember right, you seem to be about a day late. Did you have any trouble?
Not trouble per se, but when times call for it, I'd like to have some fun.
Well, nothing's ever wrong with a little bit of fun. But, by all means, there's a few people already in there waiting. There should be at least one more table or a booth open that you can sit in. By all means, take a seat. Give us a few minutes. We'll gather everything and then get you situated, okay?
Okay. I find the darkest corner and just take another swig.
So you kind of see him kind of thumb about a little bit, messing with some papers. A few more people come in and kind of sends them off. Not even to the cafe area, like where everyone else is sitting. He kind of like shuffles them off to a side door. It seems like they've pulled out some form of a badge or some form of a marking that shows that, hey, we've done jobs for you before. We're here for another job setup. Let's get everything, the ball rolling. You guys are waiting for about 10-15 minutes. You get your food. You can get like I said, it's simple fare stuff.
Yeah.
You can order like a steak, a burger, salad.
I got a sandwich.
Something simple. It's a
Water.
simple
I
sandwich.
eat
Like
meat,
a
man.
simple sourdough.
Nature's scary.
Nature is scary.
He was a bear the other day. He just went to town.
I'm the scariest.
So, about give or take 15 to 20 minutes kind of go by. You guys are waiting. It's enough time to get like a quick snack food or a drink and then like kind of sit and settle for a moment. For the most part, you've probably been traveling almost nonstop for the past 2 days. You've been here for a little while. You've been here before, but you're coming back to this place. You've frequented here. You kind of live around the area for the most part at this time. So it's like I said, everyone's been here before. Y'all know the place. It's it's not necessarily a hideaway, but people tend to try to use it as a duck away point. Just a step away from the almost like metropolis of cities or kingdoms or fortresses and lands and that sort of deal.
Is it like a
slower life, but not exactly the far.
It's like a midpoint, basically, between giant cities.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because of where its location is located at. It's a perfect sort of checkpoint for this sort of setup, for the merc groups to take establishment, for the guilds to try to set up shop. Perfect trading post, perfect outset to send out parties for jobs or to do things, because they can get between close to 2 to 3 separate countries and kingdoms and fealties. It's a little easier from that point on, and it's also considered sort of a neutral zone for everybody. Even when tensions might arise between two places, that's a neutral zone. You leave it alone. Battle doesn't go there. Battle doesn't get brought or taken out from there. So, eventually, the time passed. You've all got your drink. You've all got your food. Oh, you four. We're ready.
Hey.
Yep. We will accommodate all 4 of you right now.
Oh, excellent.
By all means, come step up. I'll hand you your placards, and you'll be good to go to work.
All right. Step up and grab the placard.
He'll hand you. It's less of a placard, more of a badge, but it has a little piece of wood that it's attached to, so that's why he calls it a placard. Because if you don't want to actually wear it, you can display it somewhere. So, the symbol almost looks like it's a circle with a sort of maul of a hammer set cat a corner in between within the circle. Okay. There's no writing, there's no nothing. It is simply a symbol. It is kind of simple, but still kind of well made. It's not verbose or over gemmed or nothing like that.
Sure.
It's just simple metalwork, a little bit of silver.
Overstated.
That's it. Oh yeah, overstated. Okay. So he hands one to each of you. Here you go, Miss Devereaux,
Thank you.
Mr. Alcoon, Mr. Shrubbery.
Right.
Thank you.
I'm only messing with you, Mr. Cassius.
Sure.
Look, you might need a shower, my man. I get it. You're a woodsman. I know. But, come on. You're in town, my man.
These...
And then, Mr. McConnell. Yeah, yes.
Thank you.
Aye. So, everyone's ready to go. The first thing I'm gonna need you to do is you'll take this door away. Do not be afraid. There will be a little bit of a check done on you, just to make sure you have weapons. And if you have weapons, we know what they are. It's just base policy. Any place you go in here is probably going to have the same policy that operates like we do. You don't have to check your weapons. We just have to make sure what you have and what you got on you and what you're capable of.
Why?
All the weapons?
Because that's just the treaty.
So no one in the city is allowed to have weapons?
Oh no, everybody can have their weapons on them if they want. We don't take weapons, but we'd like to know what you have on you. If we see you walking in the street and we see you as a danger, of course our people will know what to deal with. Or what to watch out for. So, a hidden dagger, you know? Of course, you, 3 of you have registered with magic. So, we understand the capabilities there. But, at least the mainstay of the weapons, it's for the safety of the town.
Yep.
Oh.
That way, in case you do get stopped, in case you might be doing something a little too dubious, the peacekeepers, you know, they'll know kind of what to expect.
Alright.
That way they're not surprised.
Don't be surprised one way or the other.
I'm not gonna
Like,
say
nothing's getting taken from you. They're your stuff. We just need to know what you have on you. That's it.
Okay.
No, by all means, move the doorway.
Okay. So I kind of shuffle off to the side and I just check my weapons. And I'm like making sure that I have everything where it's needed to go. And one in my secret spot. And I go through a door.
When you go through the door,
Prison wallet.
it,
Don't put a knife in there, dude.
it's basically
It's
just
sheathed, it's fine.
it's
Got
like
on
How much do you
Etsy.
trust that class?
simple brick hallway. There's nothing too crazy about it. Along one side of the brick hallway is sort of like, you know, it's like a window. It's built almost like a. Think of like when you're in a old school bank and there's tellers, like with the sort of the cubicle window sort of deal. It's kind of like that, except there's only one person. It's just kind of like a large, almost like bench window. The hallway is only about 10, 15 feet, and
Okay.
it's sort of a mousy looking man with glasses. He's, hello. But here you go, and he hands you a clipboard
Okay.
with a pen,
Gotcha.
and it's all you have to do is just declare what you have on you, weapons wise, nothing else, and then you hand me the clipboard back, and we're good to go.
Now, out of
So-
character here, you mentioned registered magic.
Yes.
Who registered their magic?
We would register with them of what you do, what you are capable of.
I'm
Otherwise, they're
registering.
gonna. If you just say, "Hey, I'm a guy with no skills," there's no way they would accept you. No place will accept
They're not giving you a job if you
you. Yeah.
can't.
Why would I give a job to a guy, to an NPC who's just gonna die in 2 seconds?
This character sheet is your resume.
Because he's clearly got his fit on point. I mean,
I don't know.
Who needs
they don't know
magic
what
when
jobs
the
to
drip
send
is
you
real?
because they don't know what you do. Oh, then they can't send you to jobs.
Fair
You
enough.
know.
alright, so I take the clipboard and I'm like, so no one actually like frisks us for weapons? We just.
No. You just declare what you have on you, present it, show it, and then
Nice.
you can put
No,
it back
no,
on
no.
yourself, and then you're good to go.
Just write an infinity symbol there.
I was gonna say, just.
Every knife.
I mean,
It's the scene from the movie of everything just being pulled out of the
Yeah,
pocket.
exactly.
so I mean,
From under the boob, there's like a little push dagger.
the things I just have registered before, I'll just register again, right?
Whatever weapons you have on you, even valuables if you'd like to register valuables.
No.
It allows us, just in case something goes missing, it allows us to have a description of it to know what to look for to help find.
Oh, yeah, no, because I'll definitely not look for it myself. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, I'll take the clipboard. Thank you so much,
Welcome.
mousy gentleman with glasses. And I just kind of write down what I have minus like one thing.
And there's like chairs to the other side of the whole hallway, so you can just
Perfect.
sit down.
Perfect.
It's
Yeah.
like a little waiting room.
Sit down. Write down.
Is this where I register my weapons?
Oh,
The clipboard.
hands you the clipboard with
Thank you.
a writing utensil with a quill.
Thank you. I'll take one of those.
Here you go.
Thank you.
And I suppose I'm next.
Here you go. It's okay. You don't have to play the branches and the leaves.
What branches and leaves?
Okay. And he just like kind of sits back into his sort of position a little bit, sitting there, just kind of waiting for y'all to finish. It's like sitting in a waiting room at a doctor's office when you're filling out the clipboard with all your allergies.
Alright. There you go. Done.
Oh, thank you. And he kind of puts that away.
I'm gonna pass it back to you because I only have one thing on me.
I hand you the clipboard and you notice the pen is missing.
Here you go.
And you just see him reach underneath and pull like a handful of quills onto the desktop again. They always think the pen is free.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, so by all means, you are all ready to go. You can just go on through, and you'll be assigned your first task.
What was the last job you did?
And there's another door at the
What is it? Is it we just gonna be plowing fields or something? Yeah.
No, I mean I went and found some herbs in the woods. Sorry, I did a little too.
Do what now?
That's how we got to level 2.
Nice.
I killed a boar.
What did it do wrong?
It charged me. And
I
killed
know
it
I'm
when I ate
hungover,
it.
but is that shrub
Understood.
talking? Oh Lord.
It's a magic shrub.
Oh no.
I can't speak with plants before I talk to you.
The bush.
For some reason, you hear about like 30 different voices because there's all kinds of manner of different
Yeah.
leaves and twigs and branches all over them, which are all separate entities in thought.
A chorus.
Don't speak to them.
Oh
Dude, fuck that. Grass in this world is not a hive mind. They are separate. You gotta fuck
Every
up and talk to
single
like
one.
every tree at once.
It's the
Brains
sound
would
of
explode.
madness.
Yep. So, while we're heading through the other door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carry on.
The moment you open the door, it is a raucous tirade of like voices and shouting and laughing and jovialness. It looks like you stepped into what could be a rowdy tavern. So it's more of like waiting room, bag check, and then all of a sudden now you see where all the hype comes from for this place. There are loads of people in here, so much so that almost every chair and every table just about looks full.
Wow, cool. Doing well for themselves in here.
The Tabernacle has a reputation for being one of the more lucrative and one of the better job givers.
So is this? That's the name of the place.
The Tabernacle.
Okay.
Tabernacle. So, along the walls inside this sort of like tavern-esque room is large sort of like scrolls, wall scrolls, and like placards. Each one has the symbol of a different deity across the entire outside, like top side of the walls. You do see everything from what looks to be a scoundrel, what looks to be a holy man, which looks to be a priest, a cleric, a paladin, a ranger, a pirate, and everything in between. It is this eclectic mix of just like gruff and tumble and also quietly pious while sitting there sipping their fucking drinks, while people around them are celebrating and dancing. Every now and then you'll see like a friar or a cleric or a priest just like all of a sudden like to the music, you know? He kind of shimmies a little bit and he catches himself and realizes where he's at. Towards the center of the room, it is a large, almost like ovate sort of bar. And it's in the center of the room. Usually your typical bar that you see is against the walls, usually to get into back rooms or back storage. This one is within the center, and there is a single woman manning the entire thing. Every now and then, you'll see her dip underneath the table and pull almost a full plate of food out. And then pull up large tankards full of drinks or glasses of wine and do whatever. So she's manning that thing herself. No one seems to be rushing her. Everyone seems to be enjoying their time.
I can appreciate a hard-working woman. All
But
right.
she'll zero in the moment she sees 4 new people walk into the bar. And you'll hear her ring out. You're the 4 new ones. Come here.
All right.
Us.
Nah.
Yeah, you. Carrot Top, come on.
All right.
Okay. So, welcome to the Tabernacle, you 4. It's great to have you. Don't mind the riffraff. If they bump into you, they don't mean it. Don't get angry at them, okay? They're a bunch of drunken galoos. So, first things first. You 4 looking for work, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have no solo jobs at the moment. But I do have a little troop thing that you 4 can do. Every other team's kind of taken at the moment. Honestly, you're the leftovers. You're the latecomers. I mean, it's not a bad... Honestly, it's not a bad team name, the Leftovers. Everyone loves leftovers.
It's true.
Tastes better the next day.
Exactly. I like you. You get it. So, names?
Evelyn Devereaux?
Miss Evelyn,
Donald.
Mr. Donald,
What's the name of this city?
Shannon.
Shannon. Yep.
What is it?
Shannon.
Shannon?
Shannon.
Shannon.
Yes. S-H-A-N-O-N.
You are?
Oh, I'm Edith.
Edith. Oh, I'm Cassius.
Nice to meet you, Cassius. Is there a reason you look like a tree? You're
Sorry?
gonna get stepped on a lot here. Like
Stepped
people are
on?
gonna step on the shrubs.
You
Just-
step
just
on
a
trees?
warning. Just a warning. You got dangly bits. People tend to step on. It's a lot of people. So just
Bad
be
luck
careful.
so
Be
far.
careful. And you, my fine-scaled gentleman,
I'm Malcolm.
Alcum. Okay. So, Devlin. Now, Evelyn. I'm sorry, dearie. Evelyn,
Sorry to been chipped.
I just
cool.
kind of like knock over a glass.
Mr. McDonald over here, and the treeman. Okay.
Cassius.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ashes shrub.
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
That's the same amount of clever.
Thanks.
So, yeah, the only really thing I have going on right now that you guys can take, a little bit of an investigation, a little bit of an escort sort of deal. We had a caravan of linen goods kind of go out, heading up north. We need someone to kind of check in on them. They haven't been seen yet. They're late by about a day or 2.
Living goods?
Linen.
Linen goods.
Linen.
Have
Okay.
they checked a truck
Fine
in
silks,
Philadelphia?
cottons, that
Gotcha,
sort of
gotcha.
thing. Breathable fabrics for you when it starts getting hot.
Very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, very important. Yeah. What? I like a good silk shirt myself.
Look, silk is from a bug, which you love, right? So we should probably take this job to make sure the bugs are okay.
Well, I mean, there's no bugs involved. It's pure, like,
Do you
silk.
want
It's
us
like a
to
bolt
take
of,
this
it's like bolts of
job or
silk.
not?
I mean, if you want to work for us, this is going to be the job you're going to have to take.
Yeah.
By all means, you can go across the street, and the next thing you know, they're going to send you on ditch fucking duty.
Don't want that.
We don't do that shit around
Ye old
here
temp
at the
agency.
Tabernacle. Public jobs are for public workers. You guys are not public workers. You're registered with us.
Oh, I never once complained.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just
That's
giving you a
it.
heads up, we're not going to ever send you to the shits. So don't worry.
Hey. I haven't been irritated by any of you so far, so I suppose I can do it.
So, by all means, you'll find a table, get to know each other if you don't already know each other. Most of the time, new groups don't. You know. have a conversation, figure out what each other does, know strengths and weaknesses, that sort of thing. You're probably going to be working with each other for a good while, so get to know each other. Be comfortable. You ain't going to be best pals, but, fucking be reasonable with each other. Come on.
Can I get the beer while we wait?
Oh, yes, by all means. You find it. Anything else for anyone here? Ales, wines, beers, food.
I've taken to tea lately.
Tea.
Tea.
I can do that for you.
Like,
Yeah, make it 2.
like water with
2
grass.
teas.
Ooh.
Like water with grass in it.
Now,
Yeah, tea.
now, don't.
He's
now,
heard of it too.
It's disgusting.
it's,
Beer. Just the beer
It's,
for me.
it's fucking leafy juice water. I don't get it either. Some people like it.
Take out my flask and
so I
shake
chill
it,
the
and I'm
grains
like,
and
I'll
suck on
take
the
a nail
ground.
too.
So an ale and ale.
Aye.
Ale, correct?
Yes.
Tea and a tea. Okay. What kind of tea?
Yes.
Gotcha. Same. Gotcha. All right. Find your table. My guy will bring you refreshments to you in a moment.
All right.
Like I
So-
said, there's very few tables. Every now and then one opens up, and that's purely because whoever's at the table is probably drunk enough to stand up and start dancing around and dance off somewhere else into another corner of the room.
Sounds
So-
like their problem. Snag.
I go
By all
slip into
means,
that table.
You have seen multiple groups of people do that, and that's how they're getting their tables.
Yep. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. 100%.
I spaced out for a second. How do people get their tables?
Someone got drunk enough to go dance.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Most of the time,
He's busy.
you've kind of noticed how it seems the way people get tables here is whatever group is at the table to begin with is either a little too drunk and is probably dancing off to someplace else, having fun with another group of people, or talking or yelling at each other across the way.
Nice.
You have some groups that do go to leave, but for the most part, that tends to be the easiest way of how to get a table around here. You wait for the drunk group to start having fun, and then you just snag their table, and you haven't seen anyone get angry about it yet or not. So
Yeah.
they
definitely
understand.
do that.
There's kind of a code here. It's like you got up from the table, you lost your table.
Didn't call seat check.
Nope, no seat check.
Sorry.
Perfect. Now find a table and slip into it. Sounds like.
Yeah.
So we'll try to do that then.
Cool.
Yep.
Wait for everybody to get up.
So
But
we now sit at
seats.
the table.
All
You
right.
now have an opportunity to
What'd you
conversate
write?
and talk.
He looks pretty excited about writing stuff. What did you write in the thing?
Oh, and the clipboard?
Yeah.
I mean, I wrote what I needed to write to get through. What'd you write?
Squiggles. Words, though.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah, I only have my sickle. That's it. That's all I have. It's
Really?
nice. Yeah.
All
It's
right.
nice. It's nice. What'd you write?
I wrote what I needed. I don't know you like that.
Fine,
yet.
fine. What'd you write? What'd you write? Stuff?
My sword and my bow.
What kind of size?
It's, looks like the one in the picture. It's not quite a that fat, but it's much thinner.
Ooh.
Hey. You looking at me now? Can I say I got my daggers? Got a spear on me.
A spear?
Aye.
For broken stuff.
Aye.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Cool.
It's made of wood. It clicks together and folds up. It's pretty cool.
I was gonna say, because I don't see a spear on you.
That's in a secret place. It's in
It's
my
got
boot.
secret places.
It's in my boot.
With the accent, I can't tell which one of those words you're saying.
Because I thought he said spare.
I thought he
also.
said spare at first too.
It's in there. I guess to clarify, it's, wedged in nice and tight.
Betwixt.
Aye. Normally there's not really a space in there. But I got it in.
Had to use some force or lubrication. What were we talking about?
Well, a little shifting around.
That's fair.
Wiggling,
We've all been there.
straining.
I'm gonna point to you, and you'll hear a voice inside your head. I can do this,
Nice.
The fuck are you
and you
talking
guys can't hear it
Yep.
at all. And this, and this.
about? Oh, shit.
After about a few moments of chit chatting, and y'all are starting to get up to conversation with each other, you'll see across the rafter line, it's almost like a strange little dragon.
A what?
Anyone who kind of understands a little bit more of arcane magic might understand that this almost looks like a familiar in a sense, or it looks kind of like a pseudo-dragon, but it's a little fatter.
Overfed.
Is there a fat dragon?
It's like a little fat dragon that's about yay big and about yay fat around, about that long and about that fat around. And attached to him is a little harness that's holding almost like a little almost like a dumbwaiter
Like one of those like
carrier.
the milk things.
It almost looks like a bird cage without the rack with the wiring around it. So you see him flying through and he's going across the rafters and he's being real steady. And that whole thing doesn't move that much. It moves a little bit every time he moves and dips and jumps from rafter to rafter or flies and swoops. And he eventually makes it to your table and he kind of just hovers for a second and lands with the little
How'd you look there?
with that little thing.
You are
just hear him-
useless.
You see him go
I feed
and
him
on
a
that little
piece of,
tray,
the
he doesn't
snack
take it.
butter. Aw.
He ignores any type of like giving of food, but he does look at you, each one of you. He's like, meh, 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 meh. And on the tray is 2 ales, 2 teas. One of the teas is bright like maroon red,
Dibs.
and the other is like it's almost like a cloudy green color.
Lovely. I
Take
wonder,
the ale?
talking to the little thing, can you understand me?
Meh, 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 meh.
Take that as a yes.
Sounds
Order
like yes.
another one of these for me.
Meh, 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 meh.
Thank you.
And he's got little arms. He's got wings, he's got little legs, and he's got little arms, fat little stubby body, but look at the little bits. And in his arms, he holds out like a little cup.
Fuck.
Do
Somebody
so.
wants coins, I'm gonna drop a couple in there.
Yep.
And he kind of takes the little cup with his little stubby arms. He's like kind of swishes it a little bit, makes noises with it. He goes.
If I speak Draconic, do I know what he's saying? Or no.
No,
He just-
it's kind of
He's
like
too
just
far down
gibberish.
for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of just gibberish.
It's a
For the most
fat flying iguana.
Kinda, a little less. Our reptile-y, a little more on the dragon side.
Gotcha.
It's like skull shape and everything like that. And he just and he kind of slits back up and goes back over to Edith over at the bar.
Oh,
So you all have your drinks. You have some ales. You ordered another. You gave him a tip. He's happy.
oh, there you go.
You've got the red tea, correct?
Yes.
Hibiscus tea. It tastes like straight up like almost like Jamaican hibiscus tea.
Hell yeah.
And my man with the cloudy green stuff over there, it's kind of like a matcha, but it's got a little bit more of a like a sourness to it rather than like almost like a low level acidity. It's got a little, almost like a twinge of sourness,
Nice.
almost as if like a little drop of lemon or like lime was squeezed into it.
You know, Tato makes a good
What do you do?
grapefruit and matcha tea.
Stab things, shoot things.
Stab things, shoot things.
You're gonna learn. I have a way of always wanting to really describe food.
I'm into it.
You got a bow?
Tell me less.
Is it a bow? A big one?
Then y'all are back.
Are you
with-
wearing it? Can I?
Yeah,
Is it?
Show you
Is it
something.
It's
okay.
short.
Why are you asking so many questions?
Hi, what do you want to know for?
Yeah.
These are cool.
It's fair.
Tell us something about you,
He's got a sickle.
aside from that.
The question itself is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's everyone's intelligence at the table?
Ooh.
Actually, give me charisma.
Ooh. It's my dump stash.
Yeah.
Oh, it is my dump
He
stash.
might be the highest, right?
Yeah.
Am I doing that right
Oh,
now?
he might. He's a
Up there.
sorcerer.
I'm 16.
That's
Are we
16.
rolling this?
Oh,
16.
I'm 15.
You're
Fluffy.
Just
Okay.
base. We're
Oh,
talking
dang.
about base.
Those are my dump
You would,
sets.
you would kind of understand this too, even though you're a little bit on the wary side,
Mhm.
just because of the nature of your character. He would kind of know this. He's a little bit of a. He doesn't shy away from talking and from the public space.
Yeah.
You're kind of the same way, but you're
Yeah.
on a different level of where
Yeah.
you fall with that. This is usually the time where you introduce each other to each other. You notice you've gotten first names and you have no other clue about what these people are that you're about to work with.
Yeah.
And that does not sit right with you. That wouldn't sit right in general with anyone except someone who seems like they're trying to keep secrets.
Yeah.
And if you're going to work with these people, anonymity's okay, but you still got to kind of
Oh, I forgot. Fuck, I made
Be able to
something
know.
for this.
What'd you make?
Same thing with you. You tend to enjoy the anonymity more,
All
but
right.
more so within your personal life and in the work that you're doing.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you kind of understand. Yeah, this seems a little weird, but if I'm gonna do jobs for this place and I got to do jobs with these people, we kind of have to get at least to know each other, what each other does, and how each other ticks a little bit.
I got you.
Know how not to offend your party members. Know what your party members can do. Sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
I made cards
Play
with
nice.
critter stat blocks on.
Learn each other's personalities.
Oh
Get to know
my
each
God.
other, people.
Nice.
What is this?
Yeah, of course.
Critters that I could turn into.
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
I put stat blocks on the cards.
Oh, nice.
So he has them handy.
Just keep them ready. Good.
So, where y'all coming from?
Shoot, you gave me the name of the place.
Arvane.
Arvin.
I've been here as long as I remember.
Lincoln.
How long is that?
Lincoln?
Lincoln.
That's a really good
L-I-N-T-O-N
question.
is where you were
We're gonna have fun, you and
Gotcha.
I.
Okay.
That's a
Great.
really good question.
I'm actually from Linton.
Linton.
Is that far?
Guess I've been there.
From where you're at, it's farther than one of the Three Kingdoms sets.
Yeah.
How's that spelled?
Of where you're at. Arvane. R-A-V-E-I-N.
R-A-V-E-I-N.
Yeah.
You're
it's-
from Ravane?
Arvane.
Arvane?
Arvane.
Did we have a map?
When
or
everyone
something?
hears the word,
Right,
here's Arvane, the immediate thought of a recent like coup. That's what happened. It was like this weird overnight thing that happened. It's not an unknown thing that really went down. No one really knows how it happened. No one knows why it happened. Just almost like overnight, boom. Monarchy was changed over to a different people, to a different family. It's now run by someone different. They're not declaring a war. They're not causing a problem outside of their own kingdom. And for the most part, it almost seems like any word from there has been like nothing's changed. It's really just the family and the close circle to the ruling class, so the ruling family swapped over to someone completely different. And it
What
was
happened
someone
to
who was high up in the military.
What happened to the old?
No one knows.
So can we ask? I mean, I feel like. Do you know anything about that?
It's why I left.
Why is everyone talking about Arvane?
I mean, it's not
And then
a,
you do that.
it's not a weird. Yeah, it's
But
not a weird.
I don't
thing
know
to talk
anything
about.
about any of that
Yeah.
stuff, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, talking about Arvane in public, at least for you to let you know, it's not frowned upon. It's not like a weird thing. It's not a hush or whispered thing. It is a known thing that's happened. No one knows why. There's no information out by why. And there's a lot of speculation. But it's not like anyone's keeping it quiet or like go, have you heard of Arvane? No, they talk about it openly in the streets. Like that's fucking weird. But nothing seems to change. The only thing that changed was the ruling head. And it just went from a royal family to a fucking high up military general, basically.
Oh, well, that's fun.
So you said that's why you left. Then were you a part of that in some way?
I served in the King's Guard.
Did you?
Okay.
So
Did you end up fighting somebody?
fought a lot of people, but it wasn't enough.
Not necessarily my tree friend over here, but the two of you, you're within populace, you're within the know. So, knowing certain names and hearing certain names, especially new people that tend to come here within a span of like the last probably 4 months ish. There's word and talk about everyone. It's that sort of small, it's not small, but small town where everyone kind of hears something about everybody else in a sense. The two of you kind of start putting it together. And Alkun.
Were we supposed to have been able to read the rumors for each other?
No, we're going to expose them right now as part of this. Alkun. The name Alkun, both of you have heard the name Alkun before. You've kind of heard stirrings and talks about it. Like, this Dragonborn that always just seems to have snacks in his pockets. For some reason, no one knows why. He pulls food and rations and candy and all kind of bubble gum and shit out of his pocket all the
I'm
time.
actively chewing gum, which looks real weird with dragon teeth.
He's always snacking on something, chewing on
Your
something,
whole
and he
giant
always has
fucking
more
maw
to give.
opens every time.
It's a weird
I got
thing.
pretty
you
good
don't
at
understand
just kinda
why,
using the
and
front
that's why
parts
it
and
kind of
not
sticks in
open
your
it
head.
too
It's like,
much.
why is there someone who always has fucking snacks in his pocket at the ready? The other weird thing you hear, probably not necessarily a bad or a good thing, but everyone's also kind of like said stuff like, doesn't he talk to a rock?
I do.
I've seen that guy talking to a rock for some reason.
Like,
Or like he's got a pet rock that he keeps on him,
Okay.
and he gives it like mud baths and dirt baths, and it's like it's odd.
So I picked as one of our magic items.
hey,
But you do tend to hear something else, and it's something that isn't as good. Little inklings that you kind of get is that he's from Arvane. And he ran, and he fled in the middle of whatever happened.
Fuck
He
it.
wasn't the highest, but he wasn't the lowest military-wise. And that he, in some form or fashion, might have had an inkling of, like, court sitting. And he was military. And he absconded. And he ran away from his duties.
So, if you did all that, if you ran,
I didn't
And-
run.
Well, these are just, like, this is just narration
one
and
thing.
exposition in your
Okay,
head of what
okay.
you've heard
Gotcha,
over
gotcha.
time for connecting that name to hearing Arvane.
okay,
That's it. That is up to y'all if y'all want to bring that up in a conversation.
I got you.
I'm just
okay, so
I'm
that's happening.
expositing for a little bit of
Okay.
background for each other.
Gotcha. So, what brings you here for work then?
My country's gone.
Okay. So, nothing to go back to then.
No.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well,
they,
And he like walks away and goes like over to just the bar for a second and just like orders a
Yes,
drink.
no, not gonna help you.
I think you touched an iron.
Can I just get a glass of water, please?
Yeah, oh, yeah, sure. That's easy
Couldn't
enough.
have been that
And she
deep,
like
you
pulls
could
out
have
a
water.
pitcher and like a glass from underneath the bar top, and just like pours a. It's not necessarily a glass, but it's like a decent sized
Yeah.
tankard like mug.
Thank
Here
you.
you go, sweetie.
That's for when it hurts the most.
And then she goes back to getting other patrons and like loading up a little fat like ball of scales that's flying around and like loading up his little tray so he flies off and delivers more stuff.
And I don't come back to the table for a while.
shit. I didn't think.
Told you so. Hey,
I'd never do that to a forest. All this. Once I make a promise, I'm not.
hey,
Look
did you
at me,
write?
shrub.
What'd you write?
Are you gonna keep asking me till I answer you?
Yes.
Sword, dagger, 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 dagger.
I wrote 2 daggers, short bow, and a short sword.
That's what I wrote.
Yeah, so, that's what I wrote.
You hush.
hey.
That's so cool.
You walk
I
away.
heard too. Alright,
What did you write?
couple of daggers.
Oh, okay. Hey, you guys.
And a
Knives.
So what brought you here for work then?
This is gonna sound weird. Strange. Just sounds like fun.
Honestly, that lines up with what I've seen of you so far.
Hell yeah.
I don't mind it either.
Good time. Look at all these people. What are you
Suddenly
doing?
hits. It suddenly hits. It's a weird guy dressed like a tree. Like dressed like shrubbery. Cassius? Cassius. That's the weird guy that keeps getting seen in the middle of the night, just staring off blankly into the forest and up at the moon.
You got motherfucking Bigfoot.
Like almost like hypnotized. But it's like, I don't know, people feel it's kind of creepy. Because he just stands there and stares all night, every night. It's like he rarely sleeps, and no one ever sees him sleep.
I'm going to steal the bone.
But
I am fucking Gru, bro.
you also hear that he's extremely helpful to the common people around here.
Cool.
He's always willing to lend a hand to anyone that tends to ask him for help. Shopkeepers, blacksmiths, tailors, kids, cart vendors. For some reason, you ask him for help, he tends to help.
Okay.
So it's not the weird bit. People tend to overlook, kind of the weirdly staring up at the moon. Some say like, is he a werewolf? Like, what the hell's going on? And no one knows. But they push it aside for the fact that he's there for the common man a lot.
Sure.
You've also heard that, though not taken as a job, every now and then he kind of like will make his way out, like on like the paths on the travel routes. Doesn't go too far. He never like goes all the way to the other connecting city. But he tends to like overnight. Next thing you know, there's like a small 2 or 3 bandit troop that goes missing. That they're no longer there anymore.
What's missing?
A bandit troop. Like when small ones pop up. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy, but when it's like a 2 or 3 man group that sits on the pathways, and someone gets told about it, he tends to actually get to it before a job here kind of sends someone sometimes.
Do we
That's
that he gets to it, or do we just know the coincidence?
It's rumored that people see him walking in that direction, and then when he comes back, that usually small troop is nowhere to be found anymore, and they're not a problem. People go, hey, we didn't see those guys. We didn't get stopped for the daily bandit toll bullshit that they pull on us.
I bet they get very stern talking too.
Maybe.
Ain't there no more, they're bushed.
Fuck.
It's a good time for.
Honestly,
Jesus Christ.
if a tree started talking to me, the only thing I'd be able to do is leave.
I was gonna leave!
You started the puns.
Shit.
It's going to keep going.
I didn't have to do any of these.
Shit. Fucking
That's going to be the root of
punny
the problem.
bullshit. God damn it. Alright.
Oh boy.
And then, in y'all it clicks. Donald. Oh. So this is who they said. This is who they said is the person who's jovial, always fun, never cheats. He's caught people cheating in card games and dice games and all manner of like gambling and fun. But for some reason he never seems to. But he always seems to come out ahead. It's almost like luck is on his side. Every now and then people say they see him sort of like grab at or grip or like hold like some little trinket that's on his person. Whether it's like a necklace or a keychain or something, some type of little thing that's attached to him almost that looks like a bauble that he'll have. And then every time he does that, things just seem to go his way.
Particularly there's a pouch. Particularly there's a pouch.
I don't know what he's doing. Somebody said, I think Dean said he wants Kitty.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Welcome back. It's good to see you.
But there's also rumors that it's not luck. That he's kind of he has a little bit of a torrid past. He's not exactly birthed of this realm. A little bit of a fey trickery and fey magic kind of came about one night between a fey trickster and what could probably only be thought of as the most red-headed dwarf that anyone ever saw in their life. Because there's no way that shocking red hair could be natural otherwise.
I'm thinking about it and I don't want to think about it.
But people fear stuff like that around here. The Fae are not always feared, but it's always looked at with extreme caution. Fae trickery and pixie magic is always a problem.
Heard. Okay. So I guess.
Could we describe ourselves? I
By all
don't think
means.
we've done that.
Y'all are literally sitting with each other. Describe yourselves to each
Hell
other.
Introduce
Introduce yourselves to each other.
Despite the shaggy appearance, the beard is like very closely shaven. And despite what it looks like, up close you can see that the branches and moss are like placed like delicately in there. It doesn't. It looks like a bush, but it's not smelly. It's like a tuxedo, like the most like fascinating camouflage. It's not just like I walk into a bush and then I took everything out. Everything is meticulously placed, and I'm not like leaking leaves everywhere like I am in my own house right now, because there's just string fucking everywhere in the house. It's all over the place.
Out of your bush.
Yes, out of my bush. Couldn't help yourself. What else? I'm kind of pasty, brown eyes. I look like this guy. I look like him.
Alright. I guess I'll describe myself. So, kind of shoulder length, white hair, black eyes. I do have, for backstory purposes, I have a little scar on my face.
How big is it?
Just from like the forehead through.
Oh, long.
Yeah.
It's like your whole face.
Well, yeah, it kind of tucks behind everything. There's a lot of hair.
Okay.
And then just wearing simple, like, kind of multicolored but mostly red silks. Some basic, like, leatherwear, boots. And I just seem to have, like, an infinite number of, like, kind of pouches and pockets and hiding places sort of thing. And, I am very tall. So, like 6 foot, I believe. Canonically. So.
Alcon is a bronze dragonborn. He stands pretty tall, like 6'5". But like even for a dragonborn, like really lanky.
Okay.
More worm than like standard dragon.
Lanky, but not like whitefish, right?
Yeah, just like very long, like but not broad to match.
Slim.
Yeah. Very like bright shiny scales, bright shiny breastplate. That's like it matches the scales. It's a lot of greens and brown cloak and everything underneath it. And you see a brightly adorned like brass looking shield on his back. And a very fine bow and like not quite rapier but like epee.
Pokey stick.
Pokey stick.
Mr. McConnell?
Donald is.
Donald McConnell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Too fucking good, man.
So because of the accent, a lot of people don't hear the D, so you just fuck it.
That's so good.
So he is. I don't think I'm very tall. It's like
What race are you?
It's a half elf. He's like half.
Can be
halfling.
anywhere,
He's
right?
like average sized.
Yeah.
For most people.
Average size
but-
for half elf, you probably around like 5'10".
Yeah.
5'8" to 5'10".
Yeah.
We're like the same height here.
Yeah.
5'11" or something. Like what I am in real life.
Yeah.
He's got very dark skin. He's like, I mean, most drow have dark skin. Real dark skin. He's got bright red hair. It's kind of, it's softly curly, kind of wavy, sort of. He's got a lot of piercings and jewelries and whatnot. And he wears like practical adventure clothes, I guess. Like a lot of browns, things that can get dirty and roughed up.
And you wouldn't know.
Yeah, and you wouldn't really know much. And there are
Like
also a lot
that.
of pockets on, on
Gotta
everything he has.
Love a good pocket.
Yeah. Pockets everywhere. What?
This beautiful fur you have.
Fur?
Yes.
Thank you.
I think he means, your hair.
Talking about this.
Oh, yes.
Hair. Normally you call it hair instead of fur with people. But thank you.
If anything, it'd be a mane.
You're not there, mister.
I come back.
You walk off.
I come back after a while. I still have a job to
The
do.
Dragonborn rejoins you back at the table. Glass of water in hand.
It's bright.
Look at water.
Thank you. So is your skin. And I do mean that as a compliment. It's quite porcelain-like.
Hasty.
Hey.
Luminous, one might say.
Hey, there's the word.
Alabaster.
Yes.
Hey.
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 What did you write
What did I write when?
in the thing?
And what thing?
The
He wants to
The
know our
weapon thing.
weapons for
I
some
told you
reason.
twice already.
Oh, the dagger bow.
Dagger spear.
Dagger spear, the spear that broke down?
2 little pokes.
There.
One long poke.
Is your memory okay?
Chess?
I've never
Okay.
forgotten anything in my life.
Yeah, okay. Just, checking on you, new friend.
What do you think they're gonna have us do?
God.
I think there's something wrong with this
So
one.
fat dragon comes back across with the next ale for you.
Ah,
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much.
there's new
He's
favorite.
going-
How much
holding
did you
it?
put in his cup at first?
Oh, I don't know. Like a silver piece.
Like a silver piece?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he didn't even hold the cup out to you a second time. He's like, meh, 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 meh.
Yeah. Take care of my little tiny dragon foot.
Meh, 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 meh. And he just flies off again.
Yeah. Cool.
Give
I'll be
me
starting on my
a
second ale.
perception check.
Sure. 4 plus 6, 10.
10.
Damn. I'll 6.
It's really crowded here, so it's kind of hard to see. But this little fat flying dragon thing kind of piques your interest. Because as a dragonborn, you're like, what is this weird little fat dragon
Oh.
thing? And as it's like kind of going across the rafters, every now and then, you'll see it stop. And you'll see its head flip to like an area of the bar where it looks like it's might be getting a little too rowdy. And all of a sudden, you'll see him go, meh, meh, meh. And then like it weirdly kind of settles in that section of the bar. And then it'll pick back up a little bit again, but not anywhere near as it was. And then the little fat dragon thing will hop back over to eat its bar.
Oh shit.
It almost looks like it was yelling or saying something, but indistinguishably.
Yeah, I
Can I
don't.
make a nature check about it? 'Cause I know what that is, but
Give me an Arcana check.
sure, that makes sense. -1. 4.
That for some reason that little fat dragon just commands respect from everyone in this place. From what you can tell. When he talks, people listen or people stop. Or sometimes you saw him. You would see him bark in a section of the tavern that wasn't being raucous, would get a little more rowdy. It's like he either brings or stops the party.
I mean, I
He
get it.
is the life of the party.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
So, and we don't notice this, correct? Or no?
Cassius does a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
You spot it the first time. You spot the first time where he screeches, and then that part dies down and then like slightly picks back up again. But you don't see the other interactions that happens with it.
This like track that he's on.
It's just the rafters. He's either dipping and flying and gliding through the top where there's no people, so he can have open space, or he's landing and like running across the rafters.
Gotcha.
That's open space. There's
Oh, okay.
not a lot of elbow room or move around room here, which is why his job seems perfect for what he can do
Sure.
in this packed ass place. Edith enjoys it, and Edith loves the fact that she has a way to get drinks and food to people that don't.
Without having to leave.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you don't see any bartender like waiters or waitresses or barmaids or like anything like that or barmen. It's just Edith and it's that little fat dragon.
Why is the dragon so fat?
He's just a fat man. He's a little chunker. Give me an Arcana check.
Dragon. Oh shit. Okay.
Love it.
Let's see. Okay. Arcana. Ooh, 17 plus 2, 19.
A 19. Something seems familiar about it. It's almost like you've interacted with these things before, or like you've seen these things or heard about these things. You kind of come from a little more of debonair air, you know. You might have heard like parents or family members or someone of not necessarily the top crust, but of upper crust, kind of talk about something along the lines of this, some little dragon creature or fat dragon creature that chills around taverns.
Don't
and
listen to
places
him,
like
dragon.
this.
You're perfect.
And they're built like that to be unassuming on purpose. But usually, where they are, they run the bar.
Okay.
They run the room.
All right.
You've heard that maybe they have like some kind of force of magic, or in some form of fashion they can persuade people to calm down or pick the party up. Not entirely sure, but you've heard. You've heard some stuff about stuff.
Is the thing? Is that a beast? Is that a? You said it's not a dragon.
It's not a natural beast that you recognize. Dragons necessarily aren't natural beasts, but dragons, everyone knows what a dragon is.
Right.
Everyone, storybooks.
Right.
But this specific little thing, it's weird. It looks too fat to be able to fly and be able to get up and move into those rafters and move as quickly as it does. But for some reason, it can. It's capable of doing it. And it also seems, like I said, to command the room. However it feels, however it barks, that's how people react. The swell lowers, and then slightly rises back up to be a normal pace, or the flat line swells up in enjoyment.
I'm trying to see, and it doesn't speak Draconian.
Oh.
You gotta knock on the door, bud.
We might have to go to break one.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine. I gotta
See you
use the
for a time,
restroom
yeah.
anyway.
Okay. Right. This is perfect. Right.
Yep.
You're the guy.
So, thank you for coming to watch. We're actually going to go to our break right now. Kind of give everyone a little bit of time. Some bathroom breaks, get some drinks, do some things.
Make some real life tea.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Hell yeah.
And we'll be back in, let's see, 30-minute break.
How many?
How long? 10-minute break? 10-minute break. 10-minute break.
10
We'll be back in
7 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Right back.
Like 12 minutes.
All right, motherfucker. Let's do it.
Alrighty, welcome back.
I'll break.
We're back from break.
Woo! Wait, don't freeze the screen again.
I'm
Shit.
doing it. Freaking the fuck out.
I believe where we left off was our 4 new adventurers were currently sitting around getting a drink, some tea, some ale, kind of introducing each other to the other person, getting to know each other. Every group needs to get to know each other, especially if you're gonna work together. We'll pick back up. There's been some talk here and there, a little bit back and forth. It's been sort of menial back and forth bullshit speech for the most part. It's cleared out a little bit. It's not nowhere near as quiet, but like probably like a sixth of the people have kind of like walked out at this point. You're now sitting on about, I want to say 1 o'clock-ish.
So a linen truck, huh? What do you think they're gonna have us do? Kill everyone. Stab the linen. Right? That's what you stab it. You stab linen.
What you looking at me for? I'm not here.
I think we just have to go find it and find out what happened.
I mean, also, like, a linen truck doesn't seem that big of a prize. Why are they having a whole group go out for it?
There's something got him.
It's animated.
Could've
Stab.
been it.
You gotta stab it.
Could have been some creature. Could have been some bandits.
I guess, but for linen?
I mean,
I hope it's a
Satin's
bandit. I hope
expensive.
creature bandits.
With your background, you would know, like, good linen and good silk, and sort of the bolts of the stuff, like the kind of like unworked, untailored stuff.
I've been to Joanne Fabrics.
Yeah, it's
Shit's expensive.
It's not the most expensive, but it's still like trade
Rightly
goods.
guarded.
It's well trade goods.
Rightly guarded because it's not that expensive.
Yeah, fair.
Your clothes can't get made without silk. His clothes can't get made without the cloth or the cotton that's needed, or the wool.
And my clothes can't be made.
Just end. Alright, well, I mean, I suppose we could. So what's everyone's specialty? What do they bring to the table then?
Tracking.
Tracking? Okay.
I could do that, but if that's your thing.
I mean, there are other things, but they're more combat focused.
Oh,
It's good to use.
Okay. What about you?
skip me.
Alright, we'll skip Cass there.
I guess it needs me.
Yeah.
Bring a little magic to the table. Get a little poof here, a little sparkle there.
What?
It's really something to see if you're way wasted.
Wasted?
You know, drunk.
So we can track them, attack them with a talking shrub,
Hey.
and give them a little fireworks show.
Hey.
Alright, and...
Out of character, I'm gonna be up for a fucking week. There is way too much tea in this thing. Look how dark this tea is. That is
Jesus.
an accident.
Let me see. Oh, that is a British style tea. You
I'm
need to
going
add
to
some
be
cream.
up
What
for
are
a
you
month.
doing?
Nice.
Well,
I felt this thing way too much. Perfect. You're gonna do what now?
I mean, the most I can do is just talk someone's head off, I suppose. So, I don't know, unless we're doing a talk show, sideshow, what?
I am very sneaky.
But
I
I'm
thought
medium
a lot.
sneaky.
The most sneaky, actually.
In your head, you're almost obliged to believe him, just because
Yeah.
if you're out in the wilderness, he blended in really
Yeah,
well.
I'm kind of, yeah.
If it
I
wasn't
mean-
for the fact that there was a face poking through, you'd think it was a potted plant off on the side of the room.
I'm loving the realistic aesthetic of the tea. That's really helping here.
You're actually getting a few looks, and every now and then there's someone like that'll like side eye you and go, like, "Why is there a bush?" What's oh, hello. Okay, yeah, I guess. They go off, finishing their drink.
Slurps.
As he
Carefully.
loudly slurps at the table.
All right, so if we think this job, I guess, is for linen truck, I mean, how would we want to start it?
I guess we figure out the direction it went, and we go until we
that's a good
find
start.
sign of it.
I like that.
I mean, I guess we wait for the actual job itself before we come up with a plan, but hell, I don't know.
Had we not gotten the job yet?
No.
We get told basically what it is, but I don't think they've given us any details.
I see.
No, I didn't get any like finite details about stuff. Y'all kind of got it like a basic rundown. It's,
Yeah, we don't have
It was a trade,
Yeah.
sort of like a small trade trade caravan that went through with fabrics, silks, linens, wools.
Also out of
Stuff like
character, we were told to wait, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You were told by Edith to take a seat. It'll be a little bit of time before everything gets like drafted up to set y'all up for the actual job and give you all the go ahead to go ahead. And that, get to know each other. Edith seemed like Edith's one of those people that almost seems like she's judging you as she's looking at you. She's not just doing her job while talking to you. The entire time while she's talking to you, she stopped everything she was doing, and her eyes are scanning everything about you as a person.
I
In a
mean,
sense.
shit, I met bartenders in the French Quarter like that.
And it's that typical, like, that bartender sense of knowing when two people have no clue who the hell each other are, and one of them's trying to spark up a conversation with the other, and it just seems like there's a barrier where they just don't know each other. So to Edith, take a seat, go talk amongst yourselves, figure things out. You'll be taken care of in a little bit.
Would I suspect that his hair is like completely is like a magical?
The reason why it's that vibrant of a color. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. I think my shit's high. So.
Why is your hair like that? Did you do that, or is it just born that way?
As far as I know.
I have no fucking clue. All right, we're just gonna get those out of the way.
Oh shit! No.
You never heard? Yeah, magic. There's people use magic to dye their hair all the time. It's not an uncommon practice. Most barbershops nowadays, half of any type of barbershop or salon or
Not that you've ever been.
or
Maybe it's
care
magic, maybe it's
or
Maybelline.
care for yourself is usually half magical and half fucking physical labor.
Understood.
Depends on how much you want to pay. You know?
All right. So,
Wait.
have y'all been here before?
What was? Did you answer his question?
Yeah.
What was the question?
I asked if it was like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I don't know if he's lying or not, but
Yeah.
I believe him.
So as far as I know, it's born with it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
So
I
you-
experimented
So
on
do
this
you like?
baby.
Do you want to?
Maybe.
Nah. I'm dumb. I had an 8 intelligence. I believe
He's just like yeah. He
I
gave
got
an
wisdom
answer.
for
He
like.
accepted.
Wait, what?
I was gonna see if because he's like I don't know if he's lying to me, and I was like, do you want to try to?
Where
Yeah,
are you?
and-
Dolan, right? Dolan?
Donald.
Dolan?
Donald. Donald.
Insight would be
Where? Where are you from?
Oh, you
15.
know, Mars.
Mars.
The Mars.
Mars.
the Moors.
The Mars. The fuck is this fight from?
I don't
It's
know.
not as big English.
Mars.
The
Yes!
Moors.
Oh,
That's what I
Moors.
said.
Oh Lord.
Jesus.
Moors.
Speak
Okay.
English, don't
Is that
you?
far?
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're, from farther. It's close.
your dad.
Yes. He's from the Mars.
Your father.
Mostly.
Ah.
His right arm was from the house.
Topography of what you heard of, you have no idea where the fuck he's talking about. He's just saying the Moors.
Yeah, he said.
So,
I think he said. Okay, great. Yes.
He said Mars, but you know.
Very good.
there's many Moors in this land. It's not just one.
I'm just gonna nod then. I'm not. Again, since he's getting annoyed, so I'm just. Ah.
I'll set up about 3 or 4 times. Jesus.
You have quite an accent.
I know. Again, from my father.
So you were raised by your dad then?
No. Apparently my mother says it's genetic.
Ah.
Jeez.
Nice.
Not
Very good.
societal, straight genetic. You're fucked for life with the accent.
That's very good. Okay, great. What? So, what? Fighty
shit.
boy then?
Yeah. Little bit of magic. Mostly just for fighting.
From a king's guard?
I mean, we did do a lot of fighting.
Badass. That's amazing.
Sure. Stick to your job.
Typically, everyone will kind of know that. Typically, you're higher end on like Crown Guard or high-end military. They always have a little bit of a mixture of things. Proficiency in one thing isn't bad, but proficiency in multiple things is always better. Swiss Army knife always makes the best guards, you know.
Jack of all trades.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know who Jack is, but when is Edith coming back?
You mean the fat dragon that gets our drinks?
No, Edith
That's
is.
so rude.
Edith not once has left behind her
It's
like
true.
old
It's more than
I thought we were waiting for her to give us a job.
Food?
And she just told y'all to sit down. It'll be a little while.
Okay.
She'll eventually get your job to y'all and like the finite details and all the explicit stuff with it. She just gave y'all a roundabout and said, "Hey, y'all figure out yourselves to each other for a little bit."
So where were you before all this?
I've been here as long as I remember.
Like in this.
Shannon, yeah.
Shannon?
Yes.
As long as you can remember, huh?
Yes.
Your memory's not that great from what I've seen. How far is that?
I was gonna say.
Yes.
Okay. So you're local,
Yes.
Kingsguard, and you hail from where again?
I have coming
Mars.
Mars.
from the Mars. From the Mars. But
Okay.
you know, traveling, passing through a few.
Fair. Okay. And y'all have been in this area before for jobs, or
Just for a little while, a couple weeks.
a couple weeks?
Yeah, how
And
long
as
ago
long
did
as
they
you
think?
remember.
I don't even need money.
How long ago
Yeah,
did
once
the
or
thing
twice.
happen?
Month or two.
Month or two.
Month or two. You've been here for probably about a month and a half ish. Yeah.
Okay. So, month and a half-ish, as long as you can remember, and
Forever then.
Once or twice.
once or twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
You never really stayed, but you've passed through and you've taken in the local flair. This is your first time here, but it's not like you're like millionth time here.
Right.
Okay. Well, so then, how do y'all
about
feel
you?
about the jobs around here? Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Lint. She's from Lint.
I mean, you found a bar, clearly, so you'll have to point that out to me.
I mean, more a house party, but yes.
It's rather house party-ish in here. It's starting to it's peaking to the point where it's starting to settle and starting to die down. But there's still a bunch of people.
We've plateaued.
Yeah, exactly.
And how long have I been here again? You said in the beginning, I'm sorry.
Hmm?
How long have I been here again? You said in the beginning, I'm sorry.
You've probably been around the area for probably about 2-3 months ish.
Okay.
Like you were brought over here from some other job,
Yeah.
and it was a kind of a quiet place you could duck off to do other things while doing other stuff.
Okay,
So,
cool. Just making sure.
You know the lay of the land for the most part. You just never worked with any of the
People.
of the people around here.
Yeah, no, I've been here about 3 months now. If I can remember correctly. But yeah, seems like a fine place. Nothing crazy. Can't say I've seen you before for as long as you've been here.
Do you just not go out in the woods that much? He's out there.
I mean,
Say the word. When they say stares at the moon,
Yeah.
he's
I don't really go out in the woods too much. There's not much for me out
Fair
there.
enough.
Missing out. There's stuff in the woods for all of you.
Oh, it's
I'll
unsettling.
take your word for it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Go out to do stuff, feed my rock, things like that.
The other, you two, not entirely, don't really clock it. You, on the other hand, you've had station. You've had a chance to look at things like papers and bulletins and things of that sort, especially for people kind of interest in a sense. You start to notice, for some reason, Evelyn looks kind of familiar. The hair, the scar, the sort of clothing about her. Something seems familiar. Something like you've seen her before.
I thought we couldn't see the scar.
Not entirely sure where.
We can't see it.
Perceptive.
Unless she's sitting dead still like this, you're gonna see her hair shift, and it's gonna show because it's
Yeah.
here. It's from here to here.
Wow.
Yeah,
So you're
I'm
gonna
just
see
kind
it.
of shaggy, but not
Yeah.
covering it. I'm not.
She's either emoing it up with a bunch of fucking gel,
Sure.
or the moment she moves to grab her drink, her hair's gonna switch. And
Yeah.
you'll spot. Especially the ranger over here with a fuck ton of passive perception. He looks at people like books, just like youth. So something just seems familiar. You've seen her somewhere. Not entirely sure, but that scar, the hair with the look. And this person seems to You've been around royalty and upper crust and nobles your entire life. She doesn't really carry herself like a noble, but there's little bits and hints in there. Certain ways she grabs a mug, certain ways she'll straighten herself where she sits. That sort of deal. It's almost like nobles do shit like that, but like she's not. It doesn't seem like it. She doesn't talk like one. She doesn't act like one. She doesn't really move like one. But every now and then is this little peak.
Your healing is impressive. That is mighty.
Sure.
How'd you get that one?
Don't worry about it.
Must have been incredible.
What the fuck are you on about?
Healing.
Healing.
Yes, the healing.
Are you healing something?
I mean,
has.
actively, unless I get scurvy.
True.
Oh. Scar.
Yeah.
I would just unravel.
Big one.
Just completely fall apart.
Yeah.
Just
Work
at the
in a kitchen.
seams. Just need an orange now and then, you know?
My hands are just like slough off.
Oh, shit. That's not,
What'd you do?
yeah, what'd you do? It's all the wires and the tea. He's getting excited.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not important for the mission.
Nice. Must have been
I
a
tried to decide
crazy
if it was
linen
like-
truck adventure.
Large weapon, small weapon, like I know a lot about samurai.
Oh, you're trying to like
just kinda,
ascertain what did it? What's your medicine at?
Great. At least +2. Yeah, +2.
+2.
Mine's a +5.
There's almost no way to really ascertain that.
90 talons, I'm
it's
sure.
not like there's like some tell. Like
But it's not like jagged or
It
something.
was-
It looks like
it
it's
was-
a blade, not a.
it was
claw.
something. Yeah, it was a slicing weapon. At least it wasn't like a split open from like a blunt.
Yeah.
It's a lot cleaner. It's not like this like almost like cavernous like gash that like healed itself over in scar tissue. It looked like it was a clean slice.
Oh. Looks like it could have been a lot worse.
Definitely could have been. You should see the other guy.
If he's that much worse than you were, then I doubt I could.
Very perceptive of you.
Insightful, even.
What kind of magic are you doing?
What? A little bit of that. A little bit of that.
Oh.
Yeah. Aye. It's a lot of those. Can't do that. Yeah. Still working on that one. See, I don't know. Actually, what can I do?
I was gonna say, can
I know a little bit of a shink, or like a whoop.
What's the wolf?
Give me
Thunderwave.
give me
Oh.
give me an insight check
Okay.
to him going shit and whoop.
Oh god, I was gonna say. Okay, think.
I can do a little.
Oh lord. Alright. Oh, 16. Alright. 13 plus 3. 16.
So 16 total on the insight. He's talking about magic. It's obvious he's talking about magic, but for some reason it's like he has no ability to name it.
The
And it's
ability
weird.
to name
Like
it.
you know the names of magic.
Yeah.
Druidic magic is not an unknown thing, but for
Yeah.
some reason it's not that he's
When
it's not
I
that
do
he's
this when this
purposely-
happens,
it's-
when I do this when this happens.
Yeah, right?
It's not like he's
What spell you
purposely
guessing?
obfuscating.
Yeah.
He's not purposely obfuscating, telling you what type of magic he does.
Yeah. He just
He's
can't
genuinely
tell me.
showing you, like,
So your magic makes noises. then. We've established that.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. Are there any shapes that happen when you do your magic? Or is it just sort of
Shapes?
there?
Shapes?
Yeah, like a hand, like a sharp, jagged line.
A hand, a sharp, jagged line.
No.
My arms are long?
Your arms are long.
Yeah, my magic. Yeah, I get buddies?
You get buddies.
Yeah.
Okay, like friends or like
Yeah, like
flowers?
this. And he'll like wave his hand, and it kind of looks like for a second there like a wisp of smoke, and it just kind of turns and swirls into a squirrel.
Oh.
And it kind of like, it looks like it jumps off of his shoulder.
Oh shit. Okay. That's
Buddy.
Buddy. Now is the squirrel like portal? Can I touch it? See it?
If you want to.
I mean,
If you like reach out to it, the squirrel's gonna run to you.
so.
I think that's how it works.
What did you cast?
Yeah. No.
Okay, yeah, then yes, that's how it works.
Yeah. If you want that, then he's going to. If it looks like you want it, then he's going to.
Okay. I reach out my hand to the squirrel.
Hey,
And
listen
then-
to me. Hey, buddy.
So what do your buddies do then?
Mostly give the help action in combat.
Whatever they want for the most part.
Okay.
I can do this though. And he like leans back and kind of like the back of the chair catches him and his eyes go white. And he's like looking up at you.
Oh, okay. That's not making me uncomfortable at all.
And then he'll like, once you say that, the squirrel will like nod off and look around.
Gotcha.
It's me.
Oh, okay. That will be very helpful at some point, I'm sure, when it stops being weird.
Oh, go
It
to
can be both
sleep.
helpful and weird.
Whew.
That's like my whole thing. That's like my whole shit.
I'm just helpful and weird.
As y'all are
Okay.
kind of talking, the grouping of the area of people that are around you, the raucous starts to rise. Starts getting a little louder. Starts getting a little more rowdier.
Squeak. And he's just perched there.
It's not like this instant crescendo, but it's like you can tell it's starting not tension, but like the atmosphere is starting to get a little more energetic around.
Like as if there was a game on, but
Yes.
there isn't.
Yes.
Can I roll for perception to see what exactly is causing all that?
Yeah, by all means, roll a perception check.
12 plus 3, 15.
15. It doesn't seem like there's really any real reason. It just looks like the party is picking up right there in the area that y'all are in, or around the area that y'all are in.
Okay.
What you do spot though, is you spot across the rafters, a little chunker.
Mm-hmm.
And he's probably about, not directly above you, but like off to the cat corner of where like the rest of the room would be. And he's kind of just sitting up there, and you look up and you're meh, 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 meh. And everyone make a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
And you said a charisma save?
Charisma saving throw.
Alright. Is this a charm effect?
No.
Okay.
God. Alright.
Charisma
Ooh,
save.
17
also-
plus 2, 19.
Also, for that, you have to actually be holding it, and not just have it on your person. You have to be holding it in hand
I
for that
see.
to work.
14.
So what was it?
While holding it. Yep.
19.
19?
17 plus
14.
2.
14?
14.
14?
15.
15. Okay. The moment he kind of makes that noise, you'll feel kind of this like weird wave kind of wash over, and then the crowd starts to like die down a little bit. It's a little less raucous. Doesn't die completely, but it gets more reasonable for people having conversations at tables and whatnot.
Do we feel affected by it, or we just feel it?
The three of you are like, huh. Well, these people at this table ain't that bad. I didn't feel like I should hold anything back. We're having a conversation about each other or about ourselves. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work with them.
Feel a little
yeah,
loose.
maybe, yeah. Like the tensions kind of loosen up for y'all, and if any tensions that you had are not probably completely away, but they alleviate a little bit. The people at this table seem trustworthy.
He'll
you, on the other hand,
take his
you
hat off.
feel like all of a sudden it's like a quick wave that happens.
Mm-hmm.
To want to do that, and then just something clicks in your head, going, no. I don't know these people.
Yeah.
I don't know these people yet. I have no clue who these people are. Why do I need to divulge who I am and what I do?
He'll take his hat off, and his hair looks exactly like his.
Yeah, it's more of a it's a comfortable feeling. For some reason, you
Like,
all feel way
the
more
same
comfortable.
exact, like, where the curls are to yours, exactly like yours.
Does it change when mine changes?
No, I mean, it's just like that red that it looks like.
If it wasn't for the skin tone difference, they'd probably look like brothers.
So
Different faces, but like everything just seems to line up, except for like the eyes, the nose, the lips, and skin tone. But everything else, height, everything looks exactly like they're a mirror.
okay, hold on.
It's like redhead and like negative redhead.
Kiddo,
What just happened?
tell you what, it's the bear. I'm starting to like you a lot more.
No. What did you do?
What do you... I took my hat off. Sorry, should I put... Okay, I'll put it back. I'm sorry.
No,
it's okay.
no, it's fine. It's
I'm
fine.
feeling comfortable.
You look great. You look great. I'm just the hair.
Looks fucking magnificent. Edith, your little friend. Does he have a name?
Yeah, no. Chunk.
Chunk.
It's Chunk.
Chunk.
Yeah.
I guess since I can yell to you, would you send Chunk over with another one of these, please?
I got you, darling. Don't worry.
Thank you. Now, is he gradually looking more and more like me?
No,
No, okay.
I just really like your hair.
Nice, okay.
Yeah. It like sans the ears, eyes, the nose, and the mouth are different. The hair is the same, height is the same, body build's the same, everything's the same.
But he's still pale.
Except for
Yes.
literally
Still
just
pale
this.
as fuck.
This is the only thing that's different.
And the skin tone.
Yeah, and the skin tone.
So hold on. So
if you wouldn't know better, you would think that is a long lost brother.
It's like looking like a fucking ghost.
Oh, you're very pretty yourself.
Thank you.
so does your hair always look like that?
Like what?
Red.
Yes.
Are you lying?
I don't have to tell you what I wrote.
That's right, man. You don't have to answer
Give
shit.
me an insight check.
Yeah. Fuck you. 13 plus 3 is 16.
16? Make me a roll. Either insight or persuasion. Don't tell us what it is.
What's your charisma? I was just going
Deception
to give
or
it to you.
persuasion.
Okay. Tell me if I'm Listen, I think that's a 2.
Either one you want to use, but don't tell us what stat you're actually using.
Okay,
What's the number?
a 2.
A 2? You don't believe him for a fucking second.
No.
You are intelligent enough, you are
Yeah.
around enough people, and what you do for a living,
Yeah.
this is your shit.
Yeah.
Weeding out information from people.
We just met.
He's- You don't exactly know
I could just
if
be
he's
like...
both thinks lying to you,
Yeah.
or he just is like trying to convince you about something, but it's a crock of shit.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
I
Well,
don't like rolling insights against goddamn players, you son of a bitch, but okay.
this is set out of character.
Yes.
All right.
He
Keep
could
your
die
secrets.
For all you know, magic dying is not a weird thing. That was a conversation I had earlier between them two about hair.
I don't think anyone would lie about just magically dyeing their hair.
You never know. He might be gray.
The man in a bush is concerned about going gray.
Evelyn
Mortality
would,
comes
Evelyn
from
would
herself.
know. Evelyn would know a weakness of usually either doesn't matter whether they're higher in status or lower in status. Sometimes a big weakness of men is aging.
All right.
Losing color in hair, beard's going gray, hair going gray. It's to people, not even men, to people in general. It's a reminder of the finality that life is. People hate that shit. People don't want to know that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's a difference between dyeing your hair and matching his exactly.
Like having like a wig. like it looks like,
He just pulled the wig
like
out.
that's my hair.
He's got
I've
magic
been
at
watching
hand.
you for like 3 months.
Yeah.
He's got magic at hand. You know there is such things as illusion.
Man, it is. This is a nice place, but
But
As you're saying that sort of like bird cage, sort of like serving platter hits the table.
Nice.
There's an ale,
Thank you.
and there's a rolled up piece of like vellum with like a ribbon around the center.
Must be for one of y'all.
It's the
Jump time.
sign off for what Edith told you.
Cool.
It is a contract to be signed. It has a marker at the bottom. The contract states, hereby with forth, we do accept such quests to completion or to not. Reward on completion, no reward on non-completion of said quest, said duty. Completion for this quest is 5 gold per person participating within said quest.
is that a lot?
It's not the most. It's a decent amount.
Oh no, this is in character.
Well, you do. But to
Depends on
let
who you
y'all
ask.
know,
Yeah.
if he doesn't have a
Pocket
concept of
change.
money, the concept of like 5 gold
Towards a
for
year's
something like
salary.
this,
If you want.
you were told to go
give
investigate
me
to see
yours.
why there is a cart full of like trade silks and trade cloth missing.
Yeah.
There's no real like, hey, there's something there you're gonna have to fight. It got stolen by bandits. No one knows what happened. It's literally an investigation. 5 gold for that's usually pretty good. You can live pretty well off of 5 gold for probably like, I don't know, a good 2 weeks out or 3 weeks
Oh
out.
shit. Okay.
And that's like living
A
good.
modest lifestyle
That's
is like
living-
a silver per day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like living good and living well, you can live off like 5 gold
That's
for
like
like
rent,
probably
meals,
close to like 3
everything
weeks.
paid.
3 weeks a month.
I
Okay.
didn't realize that. Me and
Yeah, I
Frank
was
should be good friends. Yeah.
Gear looks as expensive as it is
Yeah.
because there's craftsmanship that goes into it.
Mm.
Simple things like people cooking food and people doing this, that's fine. You can cook. Either one of you can cook a meal over a campfire in 20, 30 minutes. It takes a blacksmith probably a week or more to create like a piece of armor or a weapon. Labor is the most intensive cost.
Time is money.
Hell yeah. Okay. Cool.
And there's portions at the bottom for signage spots for each person. There are 4 empty markers to sign in, and there's a quill as well, like that was rolled inside the vellum with it for you to use.
You want to do it? Go on, do it. And little squirrel's gonna pick up the marker and just kind of.
Oh, your little smoke squirrel?
Yeah.
When he goes to write with the quill,
Uh huh.
it's almost like it leaves a trail of like blue chalk dust as it's writing. And then before he even completes, the words tend to like absorb and bleed into the paper, and there's no signature.
Oh. All right. Well. Sorry, little buddy. And I guess I'll pick it up from him. He'll like hold it out to me, and I'll pick it up and draw like a squiggle. It looks like a check mark, kind of.
That little almost like blue chalk dust isn't coming from the quill anymore. It looks more almost like a spark, as if like flint being ground against another piece of flint. Like you're using the piece of flint as like a writing utensil, and it's sparking across rock, and then the squiggle appears, and it stays.
That's really cool.
You would recognize this probably a little bit more than anybody else. Maybe you too. You kind of see these a little bit. It's a binding contract. It is you are hereby responsible for this job that you are undertaking, and you agree to all the terms that are on the paper.
Oh shit! I didn't read it.
Can you read?
Yeah.
Oh.
It just says you're responsible for this job. If you complete it, you get your money. You don't complete it, you don't get the money.
Okay. Game time.
There's nothing like there's no like lorem ipsum fucking
Sure.
speech in the bottom of it. That's like this tiny.
No negative connotations if we don't complete.
That says you have to bring back every little piece of silk. If you don't if you miss like one little square of silk, you don't get shit. Like it's simple writing. It's a simple little quest.
Cool.
Like you said to Avernus, and that was
Yeah.
idea
Well,
of presenting contracts with
It's
loopholes in
it's
them.
a worry, not necessarily for you. You never deal with it. You just know it, and you kind of know it just because of like learned intelligence from your past. Things like this always kind of seems a little weird because you never really know whether it's just a normal binding contract, magic contract, or if it's a fucking devil contract or a demon contract. They all kind of look the same. They all can do the same thing.
by design.
But historically, people know by like story tell and fantasy tales that like demon contracts have some bullshit to them. Bad contracts have the lawyer speak. This doesn't really seem like it has lawyer speak at all. It's really simple.
Okay. Cool.
Party time.
Alright, so you sign?
Yep, I'm done.
Alright. I'm gonna sign
Fuck it.
and pocket the pen.
Spark as well.
I signed it as I'm down in the last of it.
Got you something?
Hell yeah. I take the string and stuff that came off you. I get it some rope. And I have a crossbow with like nothing, no top part on it. It's just like the stock of it. I slap some rope and your twigs and stuff, and it like creates the crossbow. I just fire it at the rafter and it wraps around it.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
How do you
What
figure?
wraps around it?
The like rope that I tied to it.
You
Oh.
see, you've
Little chunks of rope.
everyone knows about him. Everyone's seen him. Everyone's seen a grappling hook before.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, he seemed to create a grappling hook that shoots from a crossbow.
That's amazing.
Shoots up, and it wraps around the rafter.
I didn't write this on the clipboard. It's not a weapon. It just shoots ropes.
Just
Same.
shoots ropes.
It shoots ropes. It is a legitimate item. Shoots ropes.
Okay.
The chunk.
Okay, guys.
Chunk is still kind of sitting there floating, like hovering above the like
Yeah,
the
he has
little.
string to play with.
And he's just like when he sees you like shoot something up in the rafter like that.
There's a little stick tied to it, so it's just like
He like lets go. He like lets go of the little thing on the harness and like goes up there and immediately starts like trying to tug it loose with his teeth and trying to unravel it with his little stubby.
DC 10 strength check.
Well, Chunk
It
doesn't
seems like
that.
he's protective over his rafter.
Muse
I was
mage,
gonna say,
Muse mage
chunk-
hand and help him out.
Yeah.
try to undo the.
Well, that's your
He's
action.
just like
for
pulling
this
on it like this. Eventually he'll get it off and he'll get down.
I'm not helping you fight Chunk.
But he kind of like throws he kind of like tosses the
Strength
rope
or
out of
dex?
his out of like one of his mouth and his like stubby hand kind of back into your lap. And it just points.
Sorry.
All right. So did we sign the thing? You didn't sign the thing.
I did.
Yeah,
You
everyone
signed
signed
it?
Right after you. Yeah.
Okay. You were the last to sign, correct?
Yeah, and I stole the pen.
Give me insight checks.
Okay.
No, perception checks.
Perception.
Both of you, yeah.
I'm gonna throw
Oh,
these fucking
shit.
dice in the trash.
Nat 20 on that mother.
Dope. You're actually drinking. She actually gave the last thing you had wasn't a mug, like a stein. It was a glass mug, and you went like this. And when you went to go pull down, it like magnifies your vision.
Oh shit.
The concave of the bottom of the glass acts as almost like a telescope
What? That's
for
cool.
what you're about to see.
Okay.
And I got a
That's your next
14.
one.
Wait, what?
That's your nat 20 on perception.
Oh, that's
fuck
fun.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
You didn't just see it. You got a good eye on
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay.
What'd we say?
it. And what you have?
A 14.
A 14? You don't really see it. But you two do. You spot the last name that gets written behind Evelyn. Devereaux. The Devereaux name is a known name. It is not exactly the highest of high, but they were on their way there to like higher nobility. It's almost barony. From Linton, you know the names based in Linton, so you know, okay, well, she was defensive, but she wasn't kind of feeding us bullshit. You know? Now the issue with the Devereaux last name is the Devereaux last name almost no longer exists. Rumor has it that the family got into a little bit of an issue with another family that led to spat and led to fighting, led to arrests, and it led to deaths. You also know that the daughter, the eldest daughter of the Devereaux family, committed murder. The family that was in feud with the Devereaux family. The Devereaux daughter took revenge on the daughter of the opposite family. Eye for an eye. Nobility a lot of times is raised that way. It's no longer do unto others as you wish to have done unto you. It is sometimes it's cutthroat, and it became that way. The issue with that is as recompense, the rumor happens to be that she did her jail time, was kind of in, then somehow got herself out when she wasn't supposed to. Unfortunately, the murder of the family's daughter wasn't the real problem. In her attempt to escape, she killed a guard who was just as innocent within like his first 2 weeks of being a guard. Weirdly enough, that guard's family received half the Devereaux estate. The only person who could have done it at the time was the daughter. You've heard about this as traveling from wherever you've gone. Nobility is nobility. You hear it from city to city, town to town. Doesn't matter. Now,
Nothing travels faster than gossip.
exactly. Now the thing is you've heard that she's on the run. You never really see anything about it. You never see guards ask about it. You see a poster here and there, and that's where it clicks on you. You've seen a poster. Flyers were sent to Arvane, just in case she ended up there. But it's almost like you've also heard rumblings in like the, not necessarily the back alleys, but like taverns and places like this, like in Shannon. She's not a bad person. It was a fit of rage. It happened. She's tried to make recompense. No one sees her as a threat in that sense. She's not a mass murderer. She helps people. Typically more than not helping people. So it's one of those things of like, people aren't sure whether to feel okay with her around, feel sorry for her family, or to like welcome her. It's more of an attentive like space that people give to her. They don't view her as a problem. They don't necessarily want to turn her in. Town guards and city guards don't necessarily like hunt after her. And that's mainly also because that guard who died, she gave half the money of her family to that guard's family. Money don't make up for a life, but
My bad. Here's $500 million.
but it's claimed that it was an accident. It's claimed that there was never meant to be anyone dead outside of the escape. So you two recognize that really well. You definitely you've got your spyglass of a mug after swigging.
I'm just gonna like pause for a second right over that. Go down a little bit slow.
Bad history, but for the most part, the people regard her as someone who should be probably let loose of that burden at this point in time. She's done enough good, and she's helped enough people, and she's done enough things to try to actually make up for it.
Community service.
In a sense, but not sanctioned.
Right.
Good. The contract is all signed and done. He lands. Chunk lands.
Recorded it like an hour.
And he grabs a piece of the scroll and starts rolling it up with his little hands. And like tries to retie the ribbon as best he can, but you can see he's probably
Here,
not that
I
good.
help.
And he grabs it in his mouth, picks it up, and then like hooks back with his little serving platter, and he just bounds off. And you just see him bring the paper to Edith, and you just hear her go, "Everyone, listen up!" And everyone quiets. It comes to a standstill.
Damn right.
Good for you.
We got a new group of friends here. Everyone, say hello to the new members of the Tabernacle. And everyone's just like, you just see hands full of glasses or like heads going, "Hi!"
He'll put his hat back on.
And it's the weird. It feels extremely awkward for you and also for you because literally the entire place stopped what they was doing and turned to your table. And it's a round of like loud welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Great. I just kind of keep my head down and just.
Now go back to your business, you mugs. The music starts again, and they're all dancing around, doing everything else again.
Fucking God.
And you see her with the piece of paper in hand. She holds it up to y'all and goes, and she takes like this little glass tube. She puts it in this little glass tube, and then you see her go with her hand, and a little bit of fire pops from her hand,
Like
from
in a
her
bank.
palm,
That's fun.
and the whole scroll just. And she puts the tube back underneath the thing. Y'all are ready to go, dearies. Whenever you're ready.
Shit. Alright. Alright, so. First of all, this.
Do you need food or anything before you leave?
I'm stuck.
Yeah,
Y'all have been
mugs.
sitting in this place probably now for about close to like 2.5, 3 hours, like getting to know each other, having drinks, and if y'all got snacks or food in between time, it would have been brought to y'all. So, but y'all did I think most of y'all got food literally before you came in here, like in the little cafe section. The food in here that you've seen looks a lot better. It looks more like a meal rather than like a like bar food.
Yeah.
I'm set. Let's do it.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Tell me the thing.
Good.
Did the scroll have instructions?
Y'all were told what the quest was is
Directions?
it's north. You take north outside the north route out of the city towards Arvin. Somewhere along that route, that caravan, no one knows what happened to it. It didn't arrive at its destination. There's no sign of it. They've sent out like a single scout from the north. The north communicating with the center place. Sometimes communication doesn't work well.
Did
So-
they give us like a copy of the route? Maybe?
You're talking about like an app.
Yeah.
It's almost nearly a straight shot. Like you've been around this area
Yeah.
for a while. You know that it only the northern road only branches off a little bit here and there. To like maybe head off into like a woods or
Sure.
head off down a path to like towards like some type of body of water a little bit more. But for the most part, the roads are worked.
Is there anything?
It's not like dirt roads. These roads are like kind of cobble or brick roads that lead all the way from this place, meeting to Arvane.
Is there anything indicating that this might be for like something like a larger business hiring these dudes to investigate, like a corporate thing,
It's
or
more so trade goods. You were told it's just trade goods that were on their way north to be sold from the trade guilds. And
it was
just didn't make its way.
a trade guild? So it's pretty
Yes,
important.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
This isn't like a small town.
Professions are still gilded
Sure.
within most places.
Sure.
So you don't necessarily have to join a guild, but there's perks to joining the guild. This was a guild shipment heading north, and it just didn't arrive. And no one knows what's happened to it. They really haven't sent anybody. All they did was send someone on the road to see if they see it, and that's it. They didn't investigate off the roads in certain spots.
And this is like a kind of a medium city, so like, would there be a guild here? Like the guild that these are these arriving or departing from?
This was departing from Shannon, going to our.
Okay.
This was from from the, kind of like a crafters. There's kind of like a central crafters guild here in a sense, where you can kind of talk to anybody for anything.
Sure.
There are tailors, woodworkers, blacksmiths, armorsmiths, that sort of jewelry makers, that sort of thing within the guild. This was a shipment from Shannon's textile guild and tailoring guild to our vein of just not raw material, but bolts of unworked material. Like they're selling the silk and the wool and the cloth and the cotton to our vein, so their crafters there have materials to work with.
Can create.
Yes.
Sure.
Trying to think if there's anything I could possibly ask Edith. That hasn't already been covered. I think I'm good. Shit.
Do we know how many people were in the caravan?
There was no real information. That would have to be a question if you want to ask. Try to find somebody who might know.
I mean, the guild themselves.
Yeah.
Probably the guild would probably be your best bet for information.
Okay.
What is Miss Edith?
Yes.
What is Chunk? What is this creature?
Oh, that little fat bastard. The love of my life. I love that thing. It's like my child. He's what's known as an alehouse drake. Little fat dragon guys, you know? They not necessarily dragons. They make contracts with bar owners a lot of times. You feed them, they take care of your place for you.
He is delightful.
Oh, he's a hoot. He keeps people from breaking the fucking place apart. He keeps people from being too dead in the place. He makes it nice. He keeps the money flowing.
Does he only work with bar owners?
No, I mean not necessarily. You can make if you find one, you can make a contract with it. But it's the fact that they like ale. They're alehouse drinks.
I mean.
Yeah.
Well, go on. There's a camera right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say hold on. That's adorable.
Yeah, they look like little chunkers. Chunk.
It's like the bar dog, but
Chunk's a little thicker than what that looks like. He's a little bit thicker. It looks like when you see you go, that's a chunky cat, and then you go, that's a chunky ass cat.
Yeah.
That's a chunky ass cat. That's Chunk.
Oh Lord, he come.
Yeah. Well, you look. It's always usually bartenders because they like to be around people for one. Good places for lots of people. Plus, one of the stipulations of the contract is you give them ale. That's what they eat. That's what they drink. They don't necessarily eat. I mean, they can eat meat and veggies, but most of the time they just drink beer. They live in beer barrels.
They just kind of can, alleviate the mood or bring the mood up.
Oh yeah. And everyone, for the most part, everyone that's here kind of knows what he does.
Yeah.
They've seen it. I got no problem telling people what this thing does. He can cast a few spells.
Yeah. Okay.
One of them is calm emotions. Makes people kind of relax a little bit. Makes them feel a little easier around each other. Usually, if a section of the place gets a little too rowdy, he'll calm emotions and they'll tend to settle a little bit. He has something called vicious mockery. He's got that. And for some reason, his meats fucking make people hurt on the inside so hard that it hurts on the outside. It's
It
weird.
would not be that hard to kill a commoner with it.
All right.
He's got a few other tricks in his sleeve, but I don't ever want to reveal everything. I don't know if anyone's ever going to come in here and cause a problem. I need your face in
The
it.
D4 plus
No, of
charisma.
course, Edith. We wouldn't want you to.
No, but he's a dog. He's a dog.
Oh, okay.
He hits you twice with
I don't even ask him to do that. He fucking does that on his own. He likes doing that. He likes talking to people.
That's okay. So I turn to the group and I'm like, look. I need one of those things.
They're
As
not.
soon as fucking possible. I need to write a contract. I need one.
Edith will hear you. You're still right there by her. She's like, look, I'm gonna let you know they're not that easy to find, and they're hard to keep because you need a lot of fucking ale.
Sure.
These things will drink a barrel a fucking day.
So we need to start an ale house.
That's more
Is
like
what
it,
I'm
dear. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I can get behind.
Once we've got a bag of holding money, we can get.
Yeah, exactly. That's a bag of holding money situation later on down the line.
Shit. All right.
Like spare
fine.
bag of holding.
Just for loot.
That's what we'll do with our second bag.
There you go.
We'll keep
There you go.
A couple barrels
Look,
in there.
as
for
long as
They-
we all know my goals, I'm happy.
They're
Look,
not
any
the-
character
they're not the
development I
easiest
thought
to
of
find
before.
either. They're not exactly the rarest, but they're not easy to find.
But if we were to look for one, where would we look?
I mean, you can. They don't really have a natural habitat in the land. You just find them. They're just around.
I like pigeons at this point.
Sure.
Yeah, right?
Sure.
You find them where you find people.
But the worst part is it's not exactly finding them.
Right.
The worst part is once you find them, you gotta get them to agree to like you and work with you.
So we
It's a
bring
mutual
5
agreement. Me and
barrels
him are
of ale.
we're mutual partners. It's not like I control him. He doesn't control me.
Oh, God.
We're friends.
That's cool.
Edith,
I love that.
do you happen to sell flasks here?
You looking for like a metal flask?
Something small.
You looking for like a wineskin style?
No, just something tiny. Just a little sip or two.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't have anything on hand, but there's always a general store. The general store will have like a little, pop-up style like teacups you can have for when you're camping and shit.
Fair.
They'll have things like that.
Okay.
Travel shot glass for your wines.
You know,
Yeah. I mean, everyone needs like some type of like silverware or fucking utensils when they're out and about. You can't just eat with your hands like a wild fucking animal, you know.
I'm thinking for bait.
Oh, yeah. It's a good thinking. Shit.
But you're all ready to go.
Yep.
Yep.
All
All right.
Make sure you stop with Grand at the front before you leave. He'll have some stuff for you.
Right.
You know, kind of sort of like entrance goodies for your first job and for working with us.
I like this.
All right. Well, thank you, Edith. And thank you, Chunk. And
And you see, it's like he's waving his little stuff, y'all.
fuck yeah. Fucking love Chunk.
Chunk's the best, dude.
Chunk is so good.
Solid dude.
Fucking solid.
Is Chunk the rook of this campaign?
Yeah.
Dude,
He is the
no, he
mascot,
might
for
be.
sure.
Fuck. Oh, that's a good
The
little
last campaign they had an ogre who was like
My homie.
his
He's my best
became
friend.
his character's like best friend.
Oh no.
It was Rook. It was best friend.
Yeah, Barry, bro.
Best buddies, Barry. I love you, Barry.
Hell yeah,
Bro.
dude.
His name was Rook. He was in love with a lady who made pies.
That's incredible. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, so
All
we gotta
right.
talk to this guy.
Ron was
Ron.
the guy at the front desk, the first guy you met.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotta walk
Oh,
back.
the
The
mousy
dwarven
dude with
gentleman.
glasses.
No, before that, the dwarf who checked
Oh,
us in.
Yeah, not the mousy
Yeah.
guy.
No,
the,
I was gonna say.
like the guy with the big beard and the little dwarven guy that was at
Oh,
the
okay,
when you first
gotcha,
walked in.
gotcha.
That's Grond.
Grand. Alright, we gotta go talk to Grand.
As y'all like pass through the hallway, the little mousy guy with the glasses. She's like, hey, "You'll be safe. Be safe."
You too, man.
You'll be safe
Oh,
back there.
I'm as safe as can be in
Out there, I'm safer than in here.
That's probably not true.
Let's do it.
there. Whoa! You're finally done.
Yeah.
Well, I see. Did you accept a job?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey.
Oh,
we did.
perfect. Perfect.
I'm an employee.
Okay, you don't necessarily have to, but usually groups register a name. If you just want to register as your names for now, that's fine. Who knows if you'll actually work with each other in the future? But
It's clearly leftovers.
But just if you do, look, that was a joke.
Clearly.
Take the time. Hey, get to know each other. go on adventure with each other, and then figure it out. You might come across a funnier name, you know.
We didn't.
No one makes a serious name nowadays. It's all funny names. No one ever remembers the heartbreakers. Everyone remembers the poop flingers. Those guys tend to be more famous. The lightning bolts are fucking boring of a name.
What y'all think about break number 2?
Now the It Gang, that's rememberable, guys. All druids, all turned into giant apes as like their thing. They call themselves the It Gang.
Hell yeah.
So,
Oh Lord. Well,
no, you're like, hold off, get to know each other, go do your thing. Go do your thing.
I did that like an
Oh.
hour ago.
Oh, and here you go.
What is that?
Here you go. And he reaches from under his desk and he pulls what almost looks like a like a six pack.
they're fucking.
Like a 6-pack hold, like the cardboard 6-pack holder.
Do I know about a 6-pack?
He pulls out like 2 of those, but they're like made out of like metal with like cloth and like
Gift baskets.
yeah, sort of like gift baskets with like padding. And he puts them on the table and he goes, "Here you go. That is 2, 4, 6, 8." And he takes 2 bottles out of one of the 6-packs.
Whoa.
And he takes another 2.
Whoa.
He goes, "There you go. It's 2 healing potions as a welcome gift from here at the tabernacle.
Huh.
The more you do for us, the more we give to you."
Appreciate that.
So
Alright.
you three would know. I don't know. You have no concept of fucking money, really. But you 3 would know. That's $100 a piece
Yeah.
in healing potions
Yeah.
for each of you. So as a consolation, as not a consolation prize, but as like a welcome gift. Not a bad fucking welcome gift.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Alright, and how many was I again?
it was 8 total. So it's 2 for each of you.
Oh.
Okay.
Two.
Oh, yeah.
Just 2 base healing potions for each of you.
He's gonna try and kill us.
He
Correct.
actually just like fucking like stabs us. Just be like, make sure it works.
Cool.
This one's on the house.
So 2 base healing potions for each of you that you get.
Gotcha.
Marked.
And he will if you go
Sounds
to take
like
the
drugs.
carrier from him, he won't let you take the carrier. He'll just take the bottles out and hand you the bottles and take the little like padded metal carriers
Breaking a
back.
6-pack like
And
an animal.
he'll put the 4 back into one of them and put them back under his counter. And if if any of you need any supplies, there's the general store. Here's the thing about the magic store. There's a gear shop. There is no guarantee what's going to be in it. It's kind of a roll of the dice. There's so much. We are a trade hub in a sense. Everything passes through, comes in, passes out. No one has the same stuff all the time. If you go look at what they got now, it's probably not going to be the same in like a week.
Gotcha.
So, not saying you're going to find anything you'd like or you want or you can afford, but you never know. It never hurts to stop in.
I can't afford it.
You might find more of these.
Yeah, broke.
Use it all?
Yeah.
I bet you fucking did.
Hey,
Mid-maxing son of a bitch,
everything.
dude.
He's got like 20 gold.
I have 40,
I have
but I
400.
spent. I just bought armor.
She
and that's
like
it.
these two like basically took the base
Yeah.
for the
How
most
about
part. They
you,
took the
magic
starting
weapons?
gear and then she got like I think you got like one
Yeah,
plus one
no,
weapon,
I got-
and then he got like a
I'm gonna do a little shopping.
I got the like helm of. What was
One
it?
you feel
Helm
like
of
that-
telepathy.
yeah. But I
Very
don't,
cool.
did you
Yeah.
spend the 500 gold on anything? I thought you had spent the 500 gold on stuff. Maybe armor. No,
That
no,
was
no.
me.
Yeah,
I
that's
spent
him.
every damn thing.
Because if you haven't spent any of your gold, you should still have all 500.
I do.
Not you. I'm talking about.
Oh.
I thought you bought something.
I thought I did buy something. I forget what
I'll
exactly.
take a look at the items. I thought we had set
Yeah.
you up with like armor.
Well, I have the light
Your
leather
AC is
armor,
13,
but
so
nothing
you're
crazy.
just.
I'll take a look at your items.
Yeah,
later
apparently
and
a
see
leather
what's up.
napkin would do better.
I mean, yeah, you're the
Bastard.
least extra stroke I've ever seen, but alright.
I mean,
Not
Yeah.
slippery whatsoever.
Bruh.
No, she's fine.
You can get your ass
She's
killed.
got a 14.
Yeah, that's not bad.
14 what?
She's got 14 dex.
Mm.
She's fine. She's okay.
Charming as hell, though.
Charming as fuck. Yes, so general store and magic. Oh, the magic store for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if shit changes. I want to see
But
what's
we can
in
shop
that
between
bitch.
sessions, right?
Yeah, we can do the shopping just between sessions. Let's do it. Well, it depends. Do you all want to meet more NPCs? If we do shopping in between sessions, I'm not going to give you all the ability to like make connections with NPCs.
I see.
We can do that. We can
You're
do the
paying full
shopping.
price for shit.
We can do the shopping in between. But if you do it as in game, you might make connections with people that you can get help from, or
Sure.
get information from, or
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I would say let's
Alright.
go to the magic store first because if that changes, we might be able to get a connection discount. Whereas the general store, if everything is more set, it's kind of less.
We should definitely pay a visit to this guild place
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
and talk to.
God, yeah.
That's the start of our.
you've got kind of like
That's
3
that.
places you can kind of go to.
All right. So
General
where do y'all
consensus would be
think?
you go to the place, get information first, kind of try to get a
That's
feel of
true.
what you're
Yeah,
going
fair.
into,
Well, we might
and then
need
Absolutely.
prepare then at that point.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely, for sure. All
Ring
right.
of Fire resistance and do any good against ice elementals.
God damn it.
when do we want to have a stopping point at?
Oh yeah.
It's like 11 o'clock.
For break.
No, like for stopping
Oh,
point.
Right now we've
I
been
can't
live
go-
for 2 hours and 38 minutes.
Yeah, I can't go too much. Maybe like 12 o'clock. It's 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Okay. That's good.
Let's
We'll just roll
break
into
time and
it.
then-
You got to think we also
break.
started an hour later than
Yeah.
we wanted to.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
kinda
Let's
short.
do break 2,
Yeah, let's do break
Yeah,
2.
and
let's
then
do
we'll come
break
back for
two.
like 20 minutes.
Yep. Sounds good.
All
right.
right.
Go to a second little break real quick, and then we'll be back
Short break.
for information gathering and see if some people can find some goodies in shops and meet some cool people.
Hell yeah.
This is
Shoot
what
it
I'm
out of a
asking.
cannon.
Right?
Yeah, then because you have more force than gravity can.
Exactly. If
Every-
that's not on the
every-
stat
Survive
block,
their terminal
right?
velocity.
No, but me personally as a DM, the way I would rule that was like a person falling from 10 feet would take a
I'm
D6
fucking- I'm choosing
if they
not
don't make
to
the
play
landing.
this.
Dexterity
What
and,
the
and
fuck?
athletics
Sure.
in chance. If say the cat, if you were a cat and it failed the same thing, like a D4 or a D2.
Like quarter damage or
Take
something.
like a D2. Take 1 damage, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was
The
asking.
ankle's kind of hurt for a second there, and then all of a sudden you're back off to the races, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking. None of that's on stat block, so
No. That's purely up to the
like
DM's discretion. at that
octopus,
point.
right?
Yeah.
So I should be able to squeeze through just about anything.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, I think octopus actually has that on the stack block of like being able to squeeze into some place at least no smaller than an inch.
Okay. You know, for future reference.
If the beak look,
Aerospace engineering
if the
student
beak can
explains
fit,
it.
it can fit.
You know, just for no reason. I'm just asking for no reason. Don't know why I would want to
Welcome
know that.
back.
Hey!
Hey, sorry.
Don't know why I would want to know that, but
Alrighty, we are
Apparently squirrels can't die from a fucking high... What the...
from high altitude. They glide.
Well, no.
They catch the wind.
Yeah, well, their terminal velocity is just not high enough to do, or not big, like not fast enough to do damage.
That's fucking wild to me. Alright.
they just spread out.
Christ. Oh my god. Alright.
So I think.
The proper tuck and roll, people can do that.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be thinking about that for the next week. I don't think I'm
Just
gonna
base jumping squirrels with no gear.
dude.
Just
Squirrels are basically immortal now in my mind. It's fine.
So
I'm
we're,
just making for no reason. For no reason.
no, I completely. That is a situation where
I have
if you,
featherfall, but I do have wild
if you would bring it up to me, like you were going, hey,
Yes.
I want to jump off this high place to escape this situation. If I'm a cat, would I know that it wouldn't be as bad? And I'd be like, yeah, for the most part, cats land on their feet. They shock absorb when they land. Just depends on how high you're jumping from. A cat will do better at 10 feet than a human will, but it doesn't matter when it's like a 60-foot fucking cliff.
Sure.
Yeah,
Unless you're a squirrel.
unless you're a squirrel. Or something that flies or glides.
Yeah.
Can't. Wouldn't want to be a squirrel. I mean, I'm just saying.
You have a smoke squirrel apparently. Like fuck.
Say, would you rather take 20d6 of fall damage?
I have wild shape, so.
So where we left off, after coming back from break, you've got your sort of first job. Y'all know what direction y'all kind of need to go in, at least in general. But there's some details that seem like you should get a hold of.
Yeah.
Some that the tabernacle didn't really have. Most likely the tabernacle is a long established building. They're expecting you guys to be smart enough, most likely, to know, hey, maybe I should go talk to the people that
Investigate.
posted the fucking quest. You know? So.
In between buildings, we're going to go to the next spot, wherever that is. How do you feel about...
Yeah, a little walking. The skilled
Yeah,
area is
walking.
about... It's a 5-10 minute walk from where y'all are at least.
How do you feel about somebody, like, in a place where you spend money, using magic to, like, relax you and maybe, like, lull you into spending more money? I don't know how I feel about this.
Maybe you should have passed your Christmas save then.
Don't matter.
I just have tea, so, but, somebody who is a little bit more ambitious than me. Strange.
Because you
Really
like
mad at
calm
him.
emotions and
He's gonna
stuff.
buy another beer anyway.
Or tell people to go fuck themselves and psychic
And wound them?
languages. Yeah.
Internal bleeding
One guy
from
failed
words.
his saving throw and his head just fucking exploded. He threw something at the dragon and just went.
He got told he had no neck and it's killed over like he had a heart attack.
Just dropped it.
Had a neck attack. His whole throat exploded. Okay, so where's the first stop then?
We're going to get
Trade guild.
information, aren't we?
The what now?
Trade guild.
Trade Guild.
That posted the quest. Yeah.
All right, so how long? That's 5-10 minutes away.
It's about a 5-10 minute walk.
Okay.
You don't have to run,
Pushing,
but
like,
don't,
3/4 of a mile
as
here.
long as you don't shuffle your feet. There's like you see all kinds of places here. You see like a few shops here and there.
Yeah.
Some like vendors on the side, a bunch of people walking, passing through, carts going up and down the roads and everything like that. Everything from covered wagons to like mule led, like just like carts and stuff like that, full of random things or nothing at all, or hay or whatever it may be. There's a little bit of a farming that's done on the outside, on the outskirts of the city, of the little town.
Sure.
So it's not like you can't find farmers or farm goods or information and stuff like that. You're not in downtown New York where you'll never see a farm in your life unless someone's growing a garden. So y'all head there. When y'all get there, ostentatious. This place looks like it reeks of money. Like gilded edges on like dark wood of the building itself. Not that much stone. It looks almost entirely made of wood. All looks handcrafted. All looks expansive.
Outside, is there an example maybe of an example wagon, like one that we're looking for?
I mean, for the most part, you just see the typical either like a covered like Oregon Trail style wagon.
Sure.
You'll see one of those. You'll see the cart. You'll see like a buggy, like a carriage.
So
That
that's
has
what we're
people
looking
in
for.
Or
I mean,
most
Probably
most likely
Yeah, one of those. Probably.
Sure.
the-
Most likely, if it was a trade, if it was a trade wagon, it was more so probably a covered wagon,
Yeah.
Sure.
like your typical like I
Especially
said,
for linens.
yeah, your Oregon Trail style
Right.
wagon that has like hard like thick canvas covering to keep the weather out or to keep rain,
Sure.
rains or
I
snow.
ain't Ford shit.
Yes. So
All right. So, it's a guild. Do they know to expect us?
No. I mean, they posted a quest, so
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, we took the quest.
Yeah. So just walk up like normal, I
Yeah,
guess.
there's like no guards at the door. There's nothing looking like it's barring it at
There's
all.
a receptionist
Okay.
somewhere.
Okay.
Like the moment you walk in, it feels almost like the little tavernary y'all in with Edith. It's a bunch of people running around real fast. Some people with like rolls of cloth. Some people holding ingots of metal. Some people like holding like little bits of like jewelry and gold.
This
looks like
this
it looks-
level of industry is something Cassius actively doesn't really like.
Yeah. It's not on a large scale, but it is like it's busy. It's a busy like crafters guild, currently right now. So they're making orders, filling orders, getting orders ready to be shipped, doing all kind of other stuff. So,
All right.
and there's not necessarily a reception desk that you see. It's just kind of like an open foyer, and that open foyer section kind of has like large cutouts where you can kind of go in, and each section looks a little different. Like the moment you walk up, you look to the right. There's guys in there woodworking with like adzes and axe and knives, whittling away, or making bows, or making all manner of stuff, bed frames, things like that.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is like
right as that.
the hall for all of the guilds?
For the most part, it looks like
They're
it looks like when you open
yeah.
it up, it's just a longer hallway that's about maybe like 30 feet across, and then big, large, like open wall cutouts.
Cool.
There's no real doors blocking anything. When you pass by the area where they're doing a lot of the blacksmithing, it is a blast of fucking heat. That's not oppressive, but like you can feel it. You can tell that there's burning fires and there's actual metal working and stuff being done in there with forges. Same thing with like anything where a temperature change would be, you can feel it coming from that room. So,
Okay.
active forges, active furnaces, active people spinning fabrics on spinning wheels or making rugs. Anything you can think of is probably getting made within this place. Nothing looks too crazy or too expensive or too extravagant. Nothing really seems magical at the time. It just looks like mundane stuff. This is your typical like trade hub for typical things.
So I guess we'll like peek into each of the doors until we find somebody that's working on cloth, like
Yeah.
that we're looking for.
Sounds
Yeah,
about
I mean
right.
you'll find that's the first door on the right. The second door, the second like cutout on the right. You'll see.
Right.
There's like a few people in there. There's kind of an older gentleman, kind of like drab dressed, just like plain brown, almost like sackcloth clothes. There's an older lady who's like sitting on like a loom, and she's just like looming in, making a rug at the time. You'll see like a little like. It's hard to tell whether or not it's a tall gnome or like a slightly taller halfling. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
But you'll see like those three people are in there currently doing work. They're currently getting things ready. The little squat person is like kind of looks like they're going through like paperwork and drawings out of a large book. To y'all it would be probably like a regular tome size, but to them it's just like it feels like this big to them. So like, and they're like jotting down numbers and everything like that. And it looks like every time they turn the page, it's like a different pattern that they're looking through, and they're jotting down patterns, most likely to put on rugs or put on clothing or anything like that. The older gentleman that's sitting there, who's just like kind of sitting there rocking in his little chair, he's like making yarn. He's just like making yarn and like twine and anything that he can make out of stuff, while the older lady sits on the loom.
Okay. So I guess we walk in. We're like, heard you needed help.
Sup, bitches?
Oh, well, I reckon you're the ones here from Tabernacle, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the older man who's like in his chair, and you notice he like kind of stops for a second when he leans back. His chair kind of goes into like a little bit of a rocking chair.
Hell yeah.
I see you.
Oh, great. We definitely need help. We don't know what happened to the shipment. So we sent a wagon of fine clothing supplies. We were sending them north because it was an order that got sent from them. Apparently they're putting up new banners around the city, so they needed some good stuff.
Sure they
Yeah, I mean they've asked for extravagant stuff, like purple silks, like red wools, very much dyed stuff. It tends to get a little expensive in bulk on that side, especially the silk. Silk moths, especially this time of year, they underproduce a little bit, so it gets a little more expensive with the market. But yeah, it went up missing. We don't know. We sent word to the guild up there, and they said they sent someone on the road, and they didn't see nothing. They found like,
typical roadway fashion. No one said they saw anything happen. I know there's checkpoints along the road though, but they didn't make it to the halfway mark. But they made it to the quarter mark at least.
Oh, I see.
So somewhere in between the quarter mark and the halfway mark, something happened. We don't know. We don't know if they broke down, got stuck. We don't know if something attacked them. We don't know if monsters got them. I mean, the roads are safe, but not that safe, not all the time. So you don't usually travel at night unless you have armed escort. Who knows? They might have been late, thought they'd get there early.
Did someone or anyone from the wagon come back?
No, we haven't heard hide or hair of any of the people we sent. I mean, they're not necessarily with the guild. They're just they're farriers. They're traders. They're they transport for us. They're not necessarily guild members.
Tell me about the checkpoints.
The checkpoints are like manned stations with small battlements. It's to keep the roads safe and for traders to have check-in points for when they're traveling. If we had a road with no security, then who the hell knows what would happen to anybody else on there. But at least we know if they hit a certain checkpoint, we kind of know where to look into a little bit.
That's where we're gonna end up. Did any of the other guild members, any of the other trades, have anything come up missing?
Not yet, no. This was the first time, and then once we heard that our set was missing, the guilds, the rest of the trade organizations, they haven't sent anything. It's only been a good maybe like 4 days to a week since it went missing. I mean, usually it's not like every day trade happens. It's usually a stockpile, and then someone will order, and then we send it to them. Some places get monthly deliveries.
Do we know how many people left with this group?
How many people? The transport group?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was a man named Darton and his son named Andrew. I think that's it. I don't ever think I've ever seen anybody else with the two of them. They tend to make it on their own. Rarely, every now and then, they might have like a hired hand to help them, depending on how big the load is. But cloth bolts ain't that heavy to unload.
Yeah.
So they usually can do that by themselves. I don't think anybody else went with them. I don't remember.
I'm gonna, and the squirrel that's on me, I'm gonna jump down and run into the shop and sniff around, but off to the side, so not to be in anybody's way.
Be careful. You're gonna get your tail spun into the loop. Come on, squirrel carpet. I had one of those when I was a kid.
A squirrel cart, not very big then, huh?
It was about like a 4x4.
It's a big squirrel.
It's like it was multiple.
How many people manned the...
That's a big ass squirrel if you ever seen a 4x4 squirrel.
Exactly.
Dire squirrel.
Exactly. A dire squirrel.
That would make a great squirrel car. Yeah. Any other questions I can help with?
So you're saying there wasn't anything special about this particular shipment?
Expensive stuff, but like there's nothing out of the ordinary of like a shipment. It was kind of a rush shipment. Usually they don't get this much.
What about the people you said were taking it? The man and his son. You know if they have anybody that.
I'm sorry, sir. You're gonna have to speak up a little
bit. The man
bit.
and his son. The people that were taking
Mr. Darton. Yeah, Mr. Darton and his son Andrew. What about them?
What can you tell me about them? They get into trouble.
They're just transporters.
Not known to get in trouble or
I don't
anything.
live with them. I don't know who they. I just know them.
Fair.
Have they worked with you all?
Yeah, they were with the guild before. They've done transporting. I mean, they have a house here. It's just them two.
Where's that house at?
If I believe so, it's like go to the residential section, and it's the 3rd Street on the right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
They ever run any
I'm
trouble
not entirely
before?
sure which house. Honestly, I've never
Yeah,
been
some
to his
neighbors.
house before.
I think that's
His
plenty.
contract. I don't make the contract with the transporters. The guilds do.
That's all right.
Necessarily no.
I think that's plenty to work on. Thank you.
Are goods checked over at these checkpoints?
Yes,
Are they monitored?
Yeah, there's usually a monitor section of the checkpoints when they get there, just to check manifests, that sort of thing. Check for contraband, that sort of stuff. Make sure no
Man,
funny
so
business is
That's
going.
like the
between
perfect
towns.
old lady voice, and you're so fucking wonderful. You son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you, dearie.
Even though I'm pretty sure this is an old man,
It's fine.
It's hard to. They're so old. It's hard to tell. This is the old man, by the way.
what kind of staff are present at the checkpoints?
Oh, it's usually depends on how close to which side you're on. The quarter check marks are usually helmed by the people of the town, of which they're closer to. So our people in Shannon are the ones that are at the quarter check mark closest to us. The Arvane checkpoint is going to be manned by Arvane military. Now that's the two center checkpoints. It kind of depends. It's more of a decision made between the two connecting places for the most part. Maybe a third intermediary people kind of handle that if there's a third town in between. Sometimes it's just adventurers. Respective like mercenary guilds may be hired to handle those, just because some places tend to feel if a mercenary goes missing and it's not their own military or power goes missing, it's not that big of a problem. But I mean, it's kind of bullshit.
Is there? I would imagine there's a check there. There's a record of those people.
Oh yeah. Militaries from both sides regularly check the checkpoints, like together, to make sure everything's on the up and up. And they're real finicky and real brass tacks about making sure those things are held up.
What about you? What about your family? Is there anyone you can think of that would want to take the shipment from you, or from you specifically?
Ma'am, I have one son, and he is currently in the Arvane military. I don't think he would take anything from me. I haven't talked to him in probably about 3 years.
What's his name?
Phil?
Phil?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Sam.
So why haven't you talked to Phil in 3 years?
Well, because he's off in the military. He's also a ways away. I'm old. I can't get there all the time. He sends me letters, but I haven't seen him or talked to him face to face in that time.
Okay.
As far as I know, he's busy. He's busy trying to raise up in the ranks.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. The good boy. But as far as I know, the guild doesn't have anyone specifically against him or making threats against him. If it wasn't for us, half the people wouldn't get their stuff. So, like, I can see why someone would rob us, but not anyone we know.
Okay.
Is there an office that handles the transportation aspect?
Yeah, it would be all the way down the hallway.
Thank you.
You'll meet a woman in there named Arlen. She's usually the one that handles the contracts for the transporters and for the wagons and for, supply procurement for anything that needs to happen for transportation.
Well, thank you so much for your time. That's where we'll go next.
Well, hopefully y'all can figure it out. I mean, that was... I whether Arvane gets it or it comes back to us, that is a close to like maybe 800 gold worth of cloth. We need to get that back.
Yeah.
Whether they get it or we get it in some form or fashion. There's a lot of money riding on this. It's like it is a citywide enough cloth for them to put banners up everywhere. I've been there once. What a banner everywhere.
It is a lot of banners.
Yeah, shows off the royal family.
800 gold. Huh?
About lots of silk. Lots
Where
of silk. Lots of
would
fine.
you sell that?
To
We
the
sell it.
government.
We sell it to the guild. to the Crafters Guild or to some form of shop if they'd want to buy it. It basically goes to sort of like a tailoring guild of sorts to them, and then from there they would sell it off to the places within the city itself. So we are technically the distributor, well, first distributor, and then we distribute to them, and then they can distribute on sale to any of the people that need to buy it within the city. Now, this order wasn't going for that. This order was specifically going to the military and to whoever's in charge now. I don't know who's in charge anymore. The royal family's apparently gone.
And finally, you think there's any shortage of this stuff? Like people actually want this for some reason?
Not necessarily a shortage, but it is expensive because it's worked. It's the labor that we put into as much as that's in that order is what makes it go up to that price. It's if someone knew what they were looking at, they would absolutely know how much money they can make off of it.
And you said the total amount was 800 gold.
About 800 gold, yes.
So, stepping back real quick, out of character, how much did the contract that we signed say that we would get?
5 gold per person.
That's a real shame that they would have already stolen 300 gold out of it, huh?
This is why
The contract.
That's why people
All the contract stated was that you needed to find where it was.
Yep.
Didn't say anything about bringing it back.
Mm-hmm.
It said you have to find where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, you just don't get paid. If you do find out where it's at, and you want to come back and not deal with anything that has it, and just come back and report, hey, it's here, they have it, you get your 5 gold. That's what the contract basically was.
Take it and sell it for 800 gold, and then tell them where we sold it to.
No, that's
We're just gonna say this is out of character currently at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
And
disreputable.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I can just
Sell. Yeah, just sell it for 800.
in your head.
Just saying, out of character. Just sell it for 800 gold, and then tell them where we sold it to for 5 gold.
Yeah,
And
they have it.
805 gold.
yeah, there you go.
Sounds like a
By all means.
pretty
Was-
sweet deal
was-
to me.
Does everyone want 200?
I don't affect you. You affect the world.
201 gold?
I think that's all of our questions for this one.
Oh, okay. Like I said, Arlen's in the room at the end of the hallway. You be careful. The very last room before that door is the alchemy room. Be mindful. Fuse. Okay. Be mindful of fuse. I like the warm wind that comes from the forges, but fuse smell like shit.
I'm gonna call my little buddy back. Did he find anything?
Little squirrel buddy.
Uh-huh.
Give me. Wait. You have stats for him? Of a squirrel?
A squirrel.
Yeah.
Aside from
Well, put
immortal,
it. It's.
apparently.
In
the
the
fuck?
What is this squirrel? Is this find familiar? Is this
Yes.
you
Yeah,
using
it's fine.
wild shape to make the familiar?
No, it's just a level 1 spell.
It's just basic find familiar.
Wait, let me
Well,
look.
that's the thing where druids can do now, yeah.
Yeah, they have the ability to. Well, I don't know if all
Actually, I think it might be
they have the. I know one of the druids has the ability to.
Maybe the shepherd druid.
They can eat a wild shape to cast find familiar. I know that much. I just don't think it's. I don't think it's tied to a specific subclass or anything.
You can expend a use of wild shape to cast find familiar.
So you can. So did you want to expend this? We'll backtrack for it. Did you want to expend the spell or the wild shape?
I think the only way I can cast it is using
Well, I mean,
find
we
familiar.
then also sat for fucking 2 more hours, so that would be a short rest. Your watch would be back.
Oh,
Yeah, short rest.
So,
okay. Yeah, definitely would be burning. I mean, yeah, but
yeah, that's free.
So wild shape.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's roll me an investigation check.
with your investigation.
With my investigation.
Yes. I will consider this squirrel sort of like a vestige of you. Probably not exactly your stats.
Hey, motherfucker. 13 plus
Yep.
1.
Plus 1, so 14.
14.
The squirrel, he's sitting around doing what he needs to do, doing squirrel things, avoiding feet from the old lady every time he passes underneath the loom because she's activating the loom. She's running the loom with her feet and like moving the rail and everything.
It pooped on me.
Tea leaf.
I got pooped on.
Tea leaves.
Yeah.
So
Well done.
there's really nothing here to find.
Cool.
He finds like spare little bits of lint and like stuff all over the ground, but for the most part, people are just kind of doing their jobs.
Found
There's nothing.
all there
there's
was
nothing.
to find.
There doesn't seem anything out of place. For the most part,
Cool. All right.
Well,
he
that's
does.
at
He
least fine.
he does get. He does like kind of wince a little bit because one of the pages that the little stout person is kind of like flipping through, it like flips over and it shows like a pattern on like a wall tapestry, and it's a pattern of like a hunter who's standing there like this. But in one hand, he's like holding like 3 squirrels by the tail.
Oh shit.
So he like freaks out for a second. But it's like a quick little
It's one of those really fucking cute squirrels too, with the big furry ears.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
like little like bobcat eared squirrels or whatever,
hell yeah.
fuzzy ears.
All right. Then okay, so this will probably be where we're at, right?
Yeah, So we'll stop from here, and then you can pick up with Arlen.
Yeah.
Going to that room with Arlen, or talking to more people inside the guild if you want to talk to more people in the guild. Maybe they might have information.
Real quick.
You might find goodies. You never know.
And you want to run to the blacksmith side and see if I can buy for like, I don't know, a couple gold, just like the cheapest, shittiest like scrap gem dust.
Scrap what
From,
now?
like the gem dust from like blacksmith or jeweler or something.
That would be probably more of the jewelry side of it. Fine trinket crafting sort of stuff, tinkering things. You can't. They'll just look at you and go, "Zara, son, you can't. We don't sell that."
Just like scrap pieces or anything.
No, there's nothing that's scrap here.
Fair enough.
All the dust, dust is collected, used for magic, sold off to casters and to clerics for healing purposes and all kinds of stuff.
I'll check the magic shop then. Thank you.
Have a good one.
It's his favorite.
And then we'll stop there.
I didn't make MVPs yet.
Yeah,
No,
we're gonna hold off on that a little bit. We'll wait till probably like next session.
I'm gonna well, I'm not. What's that?
Did we take pictures?
I was just
Me too. Yeah.
So
I mean, you got a good
did
one
we
to
tell you
me.
about MVP stuff? Okay, so the way we do MVP is he'll have like a little like a wall plaque that we can slip a photo into,
Okay.
and it's at the end of every session.
There.
We go around and we vote for who we think is the MVP of that session.
Okay.
Who either made the most progress, who pulled in clutch in a fight or something like that, who progressed the game, progressed the story, or just did something that was just absolutely fucking cool that no one would have thought of or something like that, or no one could pull
Or
off.
incredibly funny or whatever.
Yeah.
Who did
For
your
any
favorite
reason
thing
at all.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
Who did your favorite thing that session?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Who did your favorite thing? So, and then we'll show that off and we
Role
present.
play or
This
whatever.
person won this week, and then at the end of the next session, we do it again.
Oh,
It's to
yeah.
highlight it's to highlight like fun moments and hype moments during the session.
I like that. That's
Indie,
cool.
And we didn't necessarily need to go over these.
Not yet.
We'll go over these next time. This is
Cool.
It's inspiration. It's DM inspiration. You get a free like reroll of a d20. It's
Gotcha.
Sign off or just. Oh shit.
You know what?
It is you.
He's perceived.
Yes, Jared Mason.
Okay, yeah.
I'm on the wrong side of the
He now is from behind the camera now in
wrong
front
side
of
of
it.
the camera.
That's right, dude.
This isn't right.
That's right.
Playing
Usually,
Ronald fucking McDonald.
Mason is operating camera stuff, so.
Donald McConnell.
Dolan.
That's what it is.
Donald Dolan. Donald Donnell McDonald.
Ronald McDonald. himself.
Ghillie suit.
Fucking where?
It went directly under you and bounced, and then it stopped making noise.
I'm
so I had
so
to distance
glad.
myself, so.
I just kept my thing open.
What the fuck? There it is. Hey, Jared, it's under you.
It's under.
All right.
I'm glad I didn't bring my little.
Wait for the fucking.
What?
Shit, wrong fucking.
There you
Bye.
go. Bye.
Oh bye.
Oh shit.
Next Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Mondays. Back on Mondays.
Hell yeah. We're back, baby.